Hello, hello! Happy Tuesday, everybody! Hope you're all having a wonderful week so far. It's going pretty well for myself, I'd say. Nothing too crazy, nothing too uncrazy. Perfectly normal. Is today the day we finish the game? Maybe. Hard maybe on that. It depends on how long... Hello, hello! Depends on how long Thursday and Friday in-game go, because I'm convinced that once we hit Saturday, shit's gonna hit the fan, and the game's gonna go 0 to 100, and Saturday could be really long, or it could just be a short romp to the finale of the game. We'll just have to find out. That being said, I don't have too much to get into. Last session, we learned a bit more. We learned that Walpurga definitely was a witch who became more than a witch, kind of like an embodiment of the forest around Kieferberg. And she was worshipped by a lot of people, and she didn't seem too bad. However, at some point or another, the good Lord came into town and turned her into a saint, kind of buried the fact that she was a witch and a pagan deity. But that she definitely met Granny Hall, and her and Granny Hall were most likely lovers to some extent, and because of their situation, they weren't going to be able to bear a child. None of Walpurga's magic was working, so Granny Hall got tricked into doing a deal with him, which did end up with a child. However, this child was ripped out of Walpurga's womb, which, not metaphorically, but also metaphorically, there's some, like, small elements that were kind of missing, but I think I have a greater picture of what's going on. And Elise is this child basically born of him and the forest Walpurga. Other than that, like, actually in-game, we've been pursuing Freya, and it's been going great. We learned Freya can actually just lift up her father, which is terrifying and awesome. Definitely the best character to go romantic towards. And we also saved Apfel from the woods and finished the Crows Challenge. Something interesting I thought I'd mention is that I have a Steam always shows you how many people have achievements. So 19% of players have the achievement for prevailing against the crow, which means that not a lot of people are actually playing this game through, and that's kind of upsetting to me. It's a really good game. I don't know why they haven't really stuck with it, but for 19% of the player base to have gotten the Tender Flesh, only 18% of those players have saved Apfel, which tells me that we may not have been able to save Apfel, which would have sucked if I managed to not save him, so I'm glad I did. With that being said, let's just get right into the game. I don't got too much else to talk about. If I remember correctly, in the last save, we got some items. I need money to get my sanity back, because we lost a lot of sanity exploring. I've talked to everybody in town, so all that's really left to do at this point is either help Elma with the chickens or help Marlin with the apples. Both minigames sound like pain and suffering to me, but I think I would rather help Marlin with the apples, to be honest. And I believe that's Lorelei, right? I don't know these people's names as well as I thought I did. Oh, that's Elma. Aren't we all Miss Elma? You're absolutely right. Never mind that for now. Won't you check the chickens for me? No, I want to do the apple minigame. I have my hands full at the moment. Oh, just my luck. Yeah, you can help the chickens yourself. I hate that minigame. I'm not a fan of it personally, so we're gonna go... Oh, here's the other minigame right down here. So this one is... Marlin. Yeah, of course, I remember Marlin. Quickly, Elise, won't you pick me some apples? What's the rush, Miss Marlin? Why, with all that's going on, lass, Lord knows if we'll even have an orchard tomorrow. Alright, I'll do it. I'd say that's a bit of an overreaction, but... It doesn't matter. Elise, please be quick about it. No, I will rather take people suspecting Rose and Marina at the end of the day than lose my food meter. How many apples do these folks need anyhow? Alright, minigame time. This one isn't too difficult. I still am like under this impression that it expects perfection, or that it's a little too random to make getting S rank something that's like super viable. But I'll do my best. I'd like to S rank another minigame before this session ends, before this playthrough ends. You move really fast, so it's definitely possible. But like, when the purple ones come down, how am I supposed to know where to like adjust myself for after? I don't know. Or like, yeah, when the anvil falls, sometimes I don't know where to drop the anvil to get the right amount of apples. All the other ones seem very skill-based to the point that failing to get an S just means you're bad and should feel bad. But this one seems a little luck-based. Like, how was I supposed to reach those apples? Maybe I'm complaining too much, though. This is also the only minigame that you can actively talk and not focus as hard. Because I'm very capable of talking while doing it, and I immediately missed some apples. You do move very fast, though, so maybe it just comes down to, a little bit of skill. Focus! Yeah. Oh. So I think the purple apples, I'm guessing they're just purple apples. Oh! Oh yeah, we're not, we might not be getting that S rank. Still not a bad score. I would say that 163 should be worth an S rank personally. Just saying. Oh, we did get an S rank. Nice. Professional. Easiest minigame. I was actually joking the entire time. Look at that. So that's the most amount of gold you can, or tiffle, you can get as far as I'm aware. So we don't need to play that again. That should be a nice, clean 50 tiffle for us. You win. I'm so blessed to have you, Elise. I'll have plenty of apples, even if that orchard catches fire. Don't say that, Marlin. Why in the Lord's name would the orchard catch fire, Miss Marlin? It's best we don't question such things, Elise. I mean, fair enough, I guess. Oh, 60 gold, or tiffle. Here you go, dear, for your time. Okay, cool. We can buy some sanity restoring items. I have an idea about the key we just got last session. We might be able to use it in the previous cave that's at the windmill. Romantic date available. Is that really? Okay, so we're gonna go on a date with Freya soon. But before we do that, let's just make sure that Millie isn't somewhere trying to steal food from us. Also, what's going on there? Some kind of event's happening at the town square right now. That's interesting. Well, for now, let's save progress and go investigate the cave. That's what I'd like to do right now. So we're gonna have to go buy some, it's best I don't wander around too much. Okay, I guess we do have to go, do this story event real quick. Oh boy, I hope they don't accuse me of being a witch. Why would they do that? Oh, my nose. Now that we're all gathered here, folks. Oh, we're losing our minds, Father. This week hasn't been easy for Kieferberg, as we all know. That said, we have decided to ask Primeldorf for support. Primeldorf, you say? We cannot compromise the festival at all, as you understand. Are you certain we've considered every option, Father? Kieferberg isn't what it once was, Ludwig. We need their help. We will be patrolling the outskirts in the evenings as well. That should make sleep easier, that's for certain. The protection of Kieferberg and our neighbors is in order, folks. What happened to poor Abfel was bad enough. Oh, Father, but who is to carry out our nightly prayers? Naturally, the church's doors will be open to all regardless. What about the windmill and the fountain? There's still water in the well, Wilma. No need to fret. Oh, but who knows how long that well will last?
Oh, shush it!
It's not as though that fountain's sustaining the well, is it? What would you know, lassie? I'm at a loss regarding the fountain, if I'm honest. Wasn't there some sort of blockage, Mr. Ludwig? We're going to have to disassemble it. Why doesn't she try it, Finn? With those toothpick fingers of hers, I'd say she'd get the job done rather easily. Isn't the time to provoke the lass, Wilma? She's so keen to stick her nose in everything, Ludwig. Might as well teach her a little lesson, wouldn't you say? Let's not get carried away, Wilma. We're not here to... Why, that's a terrific idea. Don't do it. Oh, no. Elise, that's dangerous. You'll get hurt. Oh, dear Lord, she's getting in there. I'll show you all. Don't get in there. It's going to start pouring blood. Oh, what the fuck? Snake. Black Snake was in the fountain. Oh, Kieferberg is done for. The witch. It's the witch. The devil himself. Oh, my controller's like freaking out right now. Come on now, controller. He's Snake. He's slithering off. There he goes.
That's enough!
Silence! We can't lose our heads. We must remain calm. You folks can't.
Calm? How are we to remain calm, Father?
Everyone's dismissed. Back to work. Gustav and I will have a word about this. Why Gustav? Like, exclusively Gustav every time. Anyways, little Goody Two-Shoes. Also for, explanation, yeah, the Xbox noises last night. I loaned out my, Xbox PC account so that someone could try City Skylines 2, and, they just happened to be getting a lot of achievements, and my PC really wanted to tell me. But, those were actual Xbox noises. Hey, there's Melly. What's she doing? It's you! Millie. Mary.
I have an offer for you, Elise.
Out of my sight, Martha. I've had enough trouble for one day.
Oh, but I think you'd like to hear this.
Is that so?
Out with it, then. I don't have all day.
But it wouldn't be for free. How about you give me some soup?
Why, I don't think so, Muffs. Hey, that's the closest she's gotten.
We had an agreement, Elise.
That's true, we did. Here's some hearty soup for you. Yucky, I don't want any trouble, Mindy. Out with it now. What did you have to tell me?
Oh, you're so generous.
Out with it!
Out with it, Mary. Right now, before I...
You don't have to threaten me, Elise.
Why, you threaten me every day, you little...
I heard my auntie talking about a search.
A search?
Folks are losing their minds over that serpent you pulled out of the fountain. They want to search everyone in town.
For goodness sake!
And she said,
I'll put in a good word for you, Elise. But you ought to promise you'll bring me some apple strudel tomorrow.
oh, to hell with you, Molly. Out of my sight. Melly's interference can weigh quite heavy. I best prepare for tomorrow. I already have that apple strudel, actually, so we're in good spot. I believe I have it, at least. I hope I still have it. Yeah, we've got the apple strudel. So we've done really well with keeping Molly at bay, at least. Okay, before I do anything else, let's go buy those, sanity restoring items and see if maybe there's something I can do with the key that I have. Poor girl, no one wants to remember her name. Either no one wants to or no one cares to. It just feels really bullying at this point, unless there's something there. But, I mean, I'm kind of as suspicious as the town. I believe something's there everywhere now. Oh, it's you. Elise, was it? I'm buying. I would like one St. Walpurgis oil, please. And then, a grape juice also. And then we'll have a chance to do... Actually, I think I have items to sell, maybe? I do not have items to sell, but that's okay. Are you sure that's all, sweetheart? Goodbye, Miss Welma. I'll be here if you need me, darling. Alright, so let's restore our sanity. That's a pretty solid spot, and then I'll use the grape juice too. Nice, okay. And then food items. I'm gonna hold on to that roast turkey. I still have my suspicions about Muffy and, what she's gonna expect out of me on the final day. I'm not gonna be surprised if she wants an entire roast turkey, that's all I'm saying. I could definitely see her wanting that. The strudel, too, I'm kind of concerned, because I don't think I can buy the strudel anywhere. I'm pretty sure I got it as a drop from something in town. Like, I found it. It wasn't an item that I could just buy. So I'm really happy I held on to it. That's why I'm holding on to most food items until I'm fairly certain I won't need it anymore. Yeah, I'll talk to you two before I go out to the cave.
We ought to search Kieferberg from top to bottom, I say.
Not sure I agree, old Joshin. I share your concerns, Mr. Ludwig. I'm certain that serpent simply crawled into the fountain.
Can't you see what's transpiring here, you fool?
No, I don't think we can, old Joshin. Everyone else is fretful, of course, but you're the one causing such an uproar. I suppose that snake you pulled out of the fountain didn't help, Elise. As if that's my fault, Mr. Ludwig.
I wouldn't put it past you, lass. Lord knows the witches.
Blindly accusing folks won't get us anywhere, old Joshin.
You'll see, you fools.
No, I don't think we'll be seeing much of anything, old Joshin. We must keep calm, unless Kieferberg catches on fire. Everyone's talking about fires. Is Kieferberg gonna catch on fire? Kieferberg's gonna catch on fire. This whole town's gonna go up into flames. It's gonna be awful. Oof. A little bit of gas in me right now. I apologize for that. Alright, hopping over the river. Everything's good. The cheerful music is playing. Just gonna enter the spooky cave for a second. Just gonna go in. We're gonna just see real quick. Because there is a door in the back of the cave that I can't seem to open at the moment. But now we have a key. And maybe, just maybe, the key will be enough. We'll see. See, now the symbolism of the doll in the womb makes a lot more sense, too. With everything we know about what apparently transpired between Granny Hall and, That did work! Okay, I thought so. What do we got over here? Diary entry number 3. Oh, look at that! We didn't miss diary entry number 3. They just were in reverse order. A letter? It's torn, but... I can't be convinced it was Walpurga, the witch, who's granted Old Hall her sinful wish. No part of my research has corroborated her confession. None of it mentions him. I am certain he, whoever he could be, is the key to Old Hall's last words. Unfortunately, I must confess to my own sinful ways through this letter, as my only chance at salvation after what I am about to bring upon all of Kieferberg. There is no other way but to call upon Walpurga, the witch, myself. Once I meet this witch, I will be able to determine one of two things. If she truly is our patroness, Saint Walpurga, and her reformed glory is dictated by the Lord, I can fully dedicate the rest of my life as a clergyman to her adoration and celebration of her miracles. If, however, she's not only a witch, but a demonic entity masquerading as one, I have no choice but to bring the Lord's justice upon hers and Elise's wretched souls, and end her reign once and for all.
No, this can't be. This can't be true. I have to find out more. I have to break into his study.
Yeah, well, he hasn't killed us yet, and presumably these diary entries are from a long time ago. Oh, isn't this the room with the scary monster? This was the room with the scary monster. What did we drop in here? Acquired catacombs key. Ooh.
Yet another key. There's a tag on it, though it's rather faded. Study. I think that's what it says. This is all I have now, I suppose. Father Han's study. I ought to find a way to sneak in.
Oh, maybe if we were better friends with, Lebkuin, it would be easy, but I'm sure I can figure out a way. Well, there's also the chance that, Hans has been waiting for the festival to try to contact Walpurga, so maybe he just hasn't made his decision about what he's gonna do with me yet. That's really not good, though. So far, he's been pretty chill about it. He knows who I am, though. Like, Hans 100% understands what I am. And that's even scarier to know, because this entire time, he hasn't sicked the town on us, but he also hasn't necessarily been friendly to us in any aspect, which I'm starting to understand why now. The plot really thickens here. I'm gonna go see if we can enter the study now, but there's a good chance that I have to wait for another in-game day before we can go to the study. Kind of like how all the other things that we've explored took a couple in-game days before they let us look at it. I'll go check right now, though. Just in case. Oh no, he's like literally guarding the front door. Uh-oh. Is he watching us? He did turn... No, okay, I don't know if he's actually just turning to face... Was he there before? I can't remember if he was standing there before. I think he was. Father Hans! Do you have a moment, Elise?
Certainly, Father.
I would like to ask you to go easier on folks.
Easier, Father?
Practice patience, Elise, now more than ever. You pulling out that serpent this morning has upset some folks.
Miss Wilma was the one who provoked me to do it in the first place.
I understand, Elise, but folks are restless. Today's been rather challenging, as you know.
I hope you're having this conversation with Miss Odelia as well. Miss Bertha, Miss Brunhild, and old Joshin, too.
Certainly, Elise. Oh yeah, they just chastised the hell out of him. Suspicion down. Easy. So, I mean, like... Brunhild is in here, but what are the odds? Is this a study? If this is the study, like, what's Brunhild gonna do? Oh, I saw Elise go in there. Uh-oh. Ooh. Maybe if I try something else. So it's not that door. Is it this door? Doesn't seem to be working, huh? Okay, I am guessing we have to wait before we can go into the study then. You don't look so well, Miss Dorothea. Oh, that's not Brunhild, that's Dorothea. Of course. Oh, Elise, I can't come to terms with it. Father Hans has canceled all my classes for the week. What for? He insists the boys are to rest until the festival. It's not his worst decision, I suppose. Yet you understand my frustration, don't you, Elise? Their daily readings are an important part of their day. Yeah, 1 second, Dorothea, my controller's on the fritz still. It's only for 2 days, Miss Dorothea. Oh, you don't understand. No, I don't. Who would want to go to Sunday school? The fuck? Why? I really need my kids to learn. Nah. What are you two talking about? You two are my best friends ever. Always saying nice things to me.
There she is. Come now, Odelia, there's hardly any need for all that howling. I'm surprised you're not on her side about this, Miss Bertha. Odelia's convinced you conjured up that serpent, Elise. We all saw it with our own eyes, Bertha. We saw nothing of the sort. Elise might very well be the witch for all we know. Why, you? That said, we can't point fingers at everyone in town, Odelia. Punishing all of Kieferberg out of fear isn't the answer. Oh, good lord, we're done for. I can't even have a word with Kleb Kuin either. Because you folks hounded her day and night. Leave Odelia to me, Elise. Kieferberg will be done for if we carry on like this.
Not if I have anything to say about it, I'll save it. We'll summon Brian Pasternak from the future. He's great at hunting witches.
Ah, Elise, I was looking for you, dearie.
Looking for me, Miss McTilt?
You see, I was hoping you'd have a word with Ariane. She's been struggling quite a bit lately, you see.
Struggling with what, Miss McTild?
Oh, it's rather embarrassing, but I can no longer do many of my house chores. This terrible tremor won't let me wash my dishes or my laundry.
Miss McTild.
Won't you tell her I need her to stop by tonight, Elise? I would tell her myself, but this would be the 4th time this week, you see.
Of course, Miss McTild. I'll let her know. Okay. Aw, cat. Wait, didn't we just talk to them outside? How are they outside and now also inside the town? Stay in one spot, you psychopaths. That's messed up, man. We'll save the game, by the way, because we did make some pretty solid progress with the cave. He knows. He knows exactly what we are. Look at him. Look at him follow us around. What a creep. You gonna look over here, Hans? Hans? Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that he knows. But, again, I feel like he would have already met with Walpurga at this point. He has to, like, have made his decision about us and Walpurga. Maybe she isn't too bad. Maybe we really shouldn't let... Oh, there's our romantic date. Maybe we shouldn't let him tempt us. I'm gonna try to do everything I can to avoid that. Oh, is Kiss the Rat available? Oh, we're gonna miss Kiss the Rat.
Good grief, Lebkuin. What are you doing here, for goodness sake?
Why, I'm looking after the children.
You were told to rest for the day, you...
It's not as though I'm on my deathbed, Elise. Father Hans came about to tell me Miss Dorothea's class was cancelled. I took it upon myself to watch them is all. Still, Leb, I promise you I'll be heading home at nightfall.
For goodness sake.
You just can't convince her to do anything. She's too iron-willed. They all kind of are. Everyone in this town is equal parts stubborn, honestly. You can't tell any of them to do anything. I want to know what's up with that mushroom patch. I want to do like a dance in it and get a cool mushroom hat. Or something. I don't know. It's really interesting to me. Mushrooms are cool. Maybe there's an evil fairy living under there. Anyone out in the windmill? No. Well, that's probably for the best. I don't ever want to set foot in that windmill again. There's a lot of screaming in there. It wasn't very fun. It was extremely tense and disorienting. Head back down this way. There's another story event. Find out what happened, but I don't know what it means by that.
Glad to see there's some cheer left in you, Lizbeth. I have much to thank you for, Miss Marielle. You do look better, Miss Lizbeth. We spent a couple hours at Miss Marielle's, you see. I knew you could use some time away from these goings-ons. I must say, however, a little fearful myself, too. You, Miss Marielle? Folks are losing their wits, Elise. We were sewing for the festival, and even then, every conversation led back to the crows, or Apfel, or the fountain. I see. Thinking ill of each other, accusing each other. I've just about had it.
Same. They should stop accusing me. I'm a good person.
There's something I'd like to ask you, Elise. There's something I'd like to ask you too, Rosemarine. Then you go first. Do you happen to know anything about that... the black serpent you pulled out of the fountain? That's what you were going to ask me about, huh? Black serpents are a bad omen, you see. There's something I haven't told you. What is it, Elise? You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. I can't bring myself to tell her about that serpent. I fed a sausage to Flock this morning. A sausage? He looked like he truly wanted it, and I couldn't... Oh, it's no wonder he was throwing a temper tantrum then. He must have wanted more. I suppose...
Yes, we fed Flock a sausage. Yes, that's what happened.
Miss Ariane, I was meaning to ask you. Is it Miss McTilde?
He has tasted blood, and he wants more.
She says she needs you to help her out again tonight, yes. The poor thing. Old age truly doesn't forgive, does it?
No.
When did this start, Miss Ariane? Oh, just last week, Elise. I caught her trying to wash her sheets by the well, you see. She could have asked me. Miss McTilde's rather stubborn, you know that. Tell her I'll be there right after supper.
All right, Miss Ariane. Okay, we can do that for you, Miss Ariane. Oh, also that shrine with the red ribbon, where the key to his study is. I think Hans has definitely already met with Walpurga. He doesn't seem distrustful of us. Well, I mean, yes and no.
That absolutely will not do, Gustav. Wilma's right. What we all need is someone to...
What are you two pestering Mr. Gustav for?
They're all valid concerns, ladies, but I ought to say... No, I don't think you understand, Gustav. You must make certain there's no witch in Kieferberg.
I feel like saying I have a suggestion is just giving Elise grounds to say something truly awful. But... yeah, as if anything changed doesn't sound really that good. These are both horrible options. I have a suggestion, Miss Elma?
Oh, god damn it, Elise. We throw folks off the cliff, see if they fly or not. Very funny, Elise. The lass is right, ladies. We must be reasonable here. Things can only get worse if we don't act now, Gustav. Things could go better too, Miss Elma. Oh, all you want is to be in Gustav's good books, lassie. All I want, Miss Wilma, is some peace and quiet around here for once. That's why we must find the witch, lass. Good grief.
Oh, that was the right answer. Well, you know what? I guess we'll start with Wilma. Let's just toss her off the cliff and see how that goes. I don't think she'd mind. I wouldn't mind, honestly. Just get rid of her. She's just been nothing but a pain this entire playthrough. What do you guys got?
It's cruel, I'll tell you. That's all this is. What's cruel, Mr. Heinrich? Blaming Eugen for what happened to the windmill lass. I must confess, I'd rather it be a witch than a neighbor. Now, I wouldn't go that far, but Eugen wouldn't. You, Mr. Heinrich? That serpent you pulled out of the fountain, Elise. Folks couldn't do such a thing. Wouldn't you say it crawled into the fountain by itself? Not likely. Whatever's happening in Kieferberg, it's starting to compromise our livelihood, and we can't have that.
It's just a snake. It was a spooky snake.
We must make the most of those patrols, that's what.
I mean, yes, it's probably evil, but yeah, they have no way of knowing it's an evil snake. Yeah, I don't know, man. They all just really want to blame Elise, it seems like. But we're doing pretty good. Suspicion's been pretty low.
Did you find her, Elise? Miss Ariane said she'll come by right after supper, Miss McTilde. Thank you, Elise. Here's something for you.
Heck yeah, give me, ooh, a silk purse. I'm guessing I can just sell that for money.
You don't have to, Miss Mechtild. Oh, it's the least I can do, my dear. There will come a day when I truly won't be able to do anything, after all.
Oh, don't say that, Mechtild.
Miss Mechtild.
That is true, though. Old age is awful, and it's not a good time. Maybe sold for a good price. Thank you, though, for the purse, Miss Mechtild. I'll definitely treasure it always and won't just go sell it immediately, I promise. You think Gretel will pay high price for this? I bet Gretel will pay high price for this. Gretel, I got this cool purse. I found it. Well, you want to buy it? I'll trade you 2 bread for it. Yeah, look, these two are out here and in town. I wonder if the devs forgot that they put them in 2 spots on this map during this time of day or not. That seems like it could be a bug, or not a bug, but like a miss.
Looking cheeky again today, dearie.
Also, I love Gretel. Can we talk about how Gretel so far has done nothing? Her and, what is it? Welma from the inn. They've just, like, existed in this town and not caused problems for anybody the entire time. People should be more like Gretel and Welma, I'm just saying. Oh, look at that. We can get 30 tiffle for it. That's not bad. I'm gonna use it just to buy some, food items. Wait, no, I didn't want to leave. No, Gretel, no! Lebkuen's Bakery. So is Gretel Lebkuen's grandmother then? I'm so confused. They have the same color hair, so by anime logic they're related, but I just don't understand how.
Anything else? Some pretzels, maybe?
See you, Granny! She turns into John Travolta Elvis type character when she says see you, Granny. I just can't help it. That's what the game told me. I can infer it through the writing. Look at that. Full health, full food. We're doing great. Time to go have a date with Freya. And I'm gonna immediately save my game. I've been doing fantastic with the dating segments so far, but I wouldn't want to blow it so close to the end. We only have 2 more dates left with her anyway, so it'd be really upsetting if I messed it up right here at the end. Alrighty. Freya, I'm coming. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna have a nice little dinner or something. I don't know. Find out what happened. Yeah, it says next in the story, but there's not, like, any way to find out what happened right now. So let's go on our date.
There she is.
I'll spend some time with her. Do we get to see inside Freya's house? Oh, we're in Freya's bedroom. Oh, how cute. Look at her quilted bed. I want a quilted blanket like that. That looks so nice.
Ah, Elise, there you are.
Freya.
You don't have to be so excited each time, Freya. I can't help it. Come in now. There's something I'd like to show you. I've only ever been here once before, I think. Oh, I know, it's rather childish.
No, it's adorable.
Huh? What is? All these curtains and whatnot. It's like a child's room. I know.
Looks at all the stuff in my room.
You made those yourself, didn't you, Freya?
Of course.
Of course I did. I don't see what's wrong with them. Miss Marielle always says I'd best focus on garments, is all. I'd say she's right, anyhow. I do too much embroidering, don't I?
For goodness sake.
You make all your dresses, Freya. It's time I make them a little less colorful, isn't it? Mr. Gustav's overalls, too. I remember we made a great deal out of those. We both know she's right, Elise. You seem to think so, that's for certain. She's a proper seamstress, Elise. She knows what she's talking.
For goodness sake.
So are you, Freya.
Please.
Elise. Why do you think I have a bunch of grapes on my apron? Aren't grapes your favorite?
For goodness sake.
For goodness sake, Freya, it's because of you. I begged Granny Hall to embroider them for me. Just so you weren't the only lass in town with a dainty apron. Aw.
Shush it, you.
Oh, laugh all you want, you.
Oh, right.
Let me show you what I've been working on then. What do you think, Elise?
Freya.
Oh, that's way nicer than the one we have.
Oh, Freya. I thought I'd finally put this silky ribbon to good use. Oh, it's rather dainty. You like it then? I do like it. You even added some big frills on the straps. Oh, I'm so glad you like it, Elise.
You know,
That said, isn't it rather small for you, Freya? I thought you liked them longer and wider around the waist.
Oh, Elise.
This one's for you, silly. Summer's on its way, isn't it? You need something more cheery. For goodness sake. There you go, making things for me again, Freya. I can stop if you'd like me to, Elise, but this is simply how I don't have anything to give back to you, is all. Oh, but you do, your soul. Huh? Won't you dance with me on Saturday, Elise? Oh, goodness, there you are, bright red again.
Shush it, you.
You're shameless, Freya. Shameless?
For goodness sake.
You do it on purpose. All these gifts and the things you say. Of course it's on purpose, silly. Let me do these things for you. This is how I express my...
Anyway.
I know.
Shush it, you.
Oh, shush. For goodness sake. Oh, holy moly, she's glowing. Yeah, she's really blushing. She looks like she has the most extreme fever ever. You're so bad at this, Elise. I'll dance with you all you want on Saturday. Alright, Elise, I'll be looking forward to it.
For goodness sake.
Good grief.
Oh, Elise.
Move along now before you melt into a puddle. Freya!
Freya.
I beat you to it. Liebesbeweis! Freya, strong bond. Ooh, we got a pink heart. Last hearts were green. Still have no idea if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it sounds right. Alright, we got one more chore we can do, so we can make a little bit more money, which is good. Meet Freya in the Grapevine Path. Ooh, that's tomorrow. Well, let's check. So, as far as relationships go, yep, there's a 0 for Rose and Marine. There, oh yeah, they went from green hearts to pink hearts. That's adorable. But we do have one more to get, so we can't mess up now. We got to make sure it goes perfectly. Although it seems pretty easy what to answer at this point. Like, the other one seemed like a pretty obvious denial prompt, so hopefully it'll be that easy tomorrow. I love how these birds fly away. They didn't animate flapping animations, so they just kind of zoom. Oh, there goes one. Yeah, they just kind of zip off the screen. Old Joshin's not going to waste his chance, I tell you. His chance to do what, Miss Lorelei? Why, find the witch, Elise. I'm not certain where to trust his judgment, Lorelei. Father Hans isn't lifting a finger. Who else are we to rely on? Mr. Gustav, clearly. He's done more for Kieferberg than Father Hans ever could. Gustav's struggling, however, as we all are. Yet he's doing his best to keep Kieferberg together. The lass is right. Still, neither Gustav nor Father Hans will chase that witch out of Kieferberg. What we need is someone who will. I'm not certain old Joshin's the one we need, Lorelei. We ought to trust Gustav. He'll find a way. I'm not suspicious at all. Hee hee. Hee hee. Let's head off this way. Oh my god. Oh my god! Hey, the well's working! Hey, we fixed it! What the fuck? I've never seen it overflow like this. It's not even raining. That's what it's all about, I tell you. There's no such ill will in Kieferberg, Wilma. What's the matter? Oh, I'm certain he has something to do with it. Wilma's convinced someone's trying to sabotage her in, Elise. It's that Eugen, I'm certain. He's jealous my business is still up and running, that's what. Mr. Eugen? Are you aware what you're saying, Miss Wilma? Clearly not, Elise. Wilma's letting all this get to her. Aren't we all, Marlin? You folks are too afraid to name names, that's what. It's a matter of respect, Wilma. Respect for whom? The witch?
Yeah, Eugen's definitely the witch, Wilma. You got it. What are we to do then, Wilma?
It's best I shut my mouth before they turn on me.
Oh, look at the fountain. There's something. What is it that? There's something in the reflection of the fountain. Is that the church? I can't tell what's being reflected, but something's being reflected in the fountain. I can't really make out what it is, though. Oh, wait. I skipped that too fast. Let's keep calm, folks. Losing our tempers isn't going to fix anything.
What's wrong with the fountain now?
Could you have damaged it earlier, Elise? That could very much be the case.
I don't think so, but...
Even if she had, it wouldn't be enough to cause this. What are we to make of this then, Heinrich? How am I to know such a thing? It's not only the fountain either, the well is also.
The well?
It's overflowing, Elise.
How can a well overflow?
I'm at a complete loss. Let us wait and see.
Why, I'm not about to sit and wait for my home to be flooded.
I must say, I don't agree, Father. It might be all we can do. It truly is all we can do, Heinrich. Losing our minds won't help us. We must persevere. This isn't looking too good for us here in Kieferberg, is it?
Nah, it's looking great. Everything's fine. Just a little bit of water. You guys were complaining about there being no water earlier. Now, oh, too much water. Man, I'm telling you, these Kieferbergians cannot be pleased. It's just one thing after another with these sociopaths. Let's go see what else everyone's up to. Oh, hey, Freya. There she is, Atfil. Why don't you ask her? Ask me what? Atfil's going over what happened yesterday, Elise. He's rather tired and... You saw her too, Elise. I know it. Who did you see, Atfil? I didn't see anyone, Atfil. Oh, Elise, what are we to do about this? I saw her. She had yellow eyes and You're tired, Atfil. I know it was frightening. I was frightened too. Elise is right, Atfil. It's best you rest now. Why don't you go play with Grun and Jacob? Yeah, Freya was definitely not in the woods, Atfil. You saw nothing. You were just tired and scared, and your arms were clawed out by crows, and... You know, I really hope snakes don't attack him next. That would be awful. So the well is flooded. Does that mean we have no chance at, No, if we wanted to, I think we'd still be able to, go back into there. Help Marielle chop some wood. Well, we're gonna do the wood chopping minigame, because that's the one I'm good at, but... We're not dealing with regular folk here. Oh, but what if it's not folk we're dealing with, Mr. Bernard? Lord knows what could happen to Kieferberg at this rate. It's too much to keep track of, folks. The horses, Atfel, our grain being riddled with weevils, and now this flooding. I must say, I'm at a loss myself. You, Mr. Gustav? All of Kieferberg is confused, Elise. Why, that's no surprise, is it? You're all so entertained with this witch, you can't see straight. Elise. I can't say I don't agree, but... It's to be expected folks would fret, Elise. What's that done for Kieferberg so far, Mr. Gustav? All this fretting, day in, day out, and for what? Even you ought to admit this isn't normal, lass. Truly, denying the witch exists at this point only makes you... We shouldn't go that far, Brunhild. She's right, Mechtild. If Elise isn't against the witch, then that means... It's best we leave it at that, folks. Oh, you know, it has been the left option for, like, the past 4 suspicion events. I was convinced. I was like, there's no way it's going to be that again. Also, there's that, reflection again. Something's being reflected in the well, too. That can't be good. That can't be good. Covered in clusters of ivy? No, it doesn't have anything to say. I wonder how suspicious it would be to take the fish key and go down into the secret tunnel with everybody there. I doubt you could, honestly. Hey, Rosenmarine. Ah, Elise. What's the matter, Rosenmarine? Folks have been looking at me all day is all. You don't think they know? They don't know anything, Rosemarine. We can't forget, you're still a stranger to Kieferberg. I don't remember getting these looks on Monday, Elise. They're wary because of what happened today, is all. I suppose. Yeah, don't fret too much, Rosenmarine. They're all actually insane.
Hey, Eugen. Everyone thinks you're a witch too, Eugen.
Can't say I'm glad to hear that, lad. Hear what, Miss Elma?
That I'm leaving, lass, for good.
I thought you'd stay, Mr. Eugen.
Don't think so, unfortunately.
I would leave too if I were your age, and with these goings on. You, Miss Elma? Kieferberg's changed, Elise. Things were different back in my day, more prosperous.
Rimmeldorf has more to offer young folks, that's for certain. Yeah, go to the big city. Get the hell out of this countryside.
Who would have thought?
Honestly, yeah. I mean, that's pretty true even now. Oh, what are you... Why are you hiding back here, Millie?
Eek, Elise! Why are you hiding here, Miffy? You saw nothing. I'm not here. I'm at home sweeping, making the beds. Hiding from your aunt again, are you? Oh, please don't tell her I ran off. She's working me like a donkey, Elise. Is that so? Sweeping, washing clothes, cleaning out the chimney. I've had it, Elise. Miss Lorelei has always been demanding, I suppose. She's not demanding, she's wicked. Wicked, you say?
What if Lorelei put the curse on Muffy? I'm convinced at least one person in this town probably follows Walpurga the Witch and not Walpurga the Saint. So it's very possible that there's some kind of hex on Melly. Poor girl. One day someone will remember her name. I think that's it. I'm gonna play, what is it, Ludwig or Marielle? Yeah, I'm gonna do the wood chopping minigame because that's one that I'm more comfortable doing, honestly. Even though I did get an S rank on the apple minigame last time I did it, I just like the wood chopping one more. Also, I need to play a normal version of the wood chopping minigame after the evil crow god forced me to play the screaming terrifying version.
Hello. How glad I am to see you, Elise. I must thank you for your hard work as always, lass. What do you mean, Miss Marielle? Why, you're still working hard despite everything. Lord knows what would be of me if you stopped helping. I suppose. That said, Elise, won't you please get me some firewood? Of course, Miss Marielle. I'll be back in a moment, then. Take your time, my dear.
Do I need Rose and Marine's help? Nah.
Why don't they ask Freya to chop it for them instead?
Because you're so good at it, Elise. Alright, let's do it. We're going for the S rank. I got this. I just can't miss a single one. How hard could it be? I just can't miss a single one. Also, I love the depiction of the birds up on the top there that are like freaking the fuck out. They have like giant Family Guy eyes. 2, 1. Okay, focus time. My eyes glossed over there for a second. Oh my god. Alright, round 2. All my vision got hazy. I was literally like zeroing in on the stump. Okay, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. I would say that's an S rank. Yeah, look at that. Easy peasy. It's 55. Perfect score, Maybelline. I'll take it. Nice. Give me all the tiffle. So there's 4 minigames tops, it seems? You win.
Oh, you didn't have to go through all this trouble, Elise. Well, I suppose your encouragement made it easier. Here you go, dearie, for your trouble.
Give me the money. Yeah!
You and Freya always do such a good job, of course. We're all grateful. Not at all, but I'll take it.
Cruising through the day. Yeah, maybe we could finish this game tonight. It really depends on the nighttime segments for today and tomorrow. And how much dialogue I read through, honestly. Ooh, we also have to look out for the fireflies. I have a feeling every night segment, there's at least one firefly somewhere scattered around town. I'm wondering, let's look at what I have in my inventory. I don't need food items. I'm going to get 2 pieces of bread. I don't want to use the turkey, though, so what I could use right now are some healing items. I could definitely use some healing items right now. Hello, Welma.
I get so lonely all by myself in this inn.
Ointment. Honestly, I'll just buy a bunch of bandages. And then I need to hold on to my apple strudel for tomorrow. You know what? I can get, a bunch of bandages, and then it's 12 for a thing of pretzels. Goodbye, Miss Welma. I'll be here if you need me, darling. So we can get some pretzels. Pretzels are health and food back, which wouldn't be the worst thing to get some food back before we go into the nighttime segment. Doesn't look like anybody's about town right now. Meet Lebkuchen at the bakery. Yeah, okay. Not much to do tonight. It looks like most people are either sleeping or I'm guessing they're all at the town square. Ready to pounce on me because I pulled a spooky snake out of the well. And because of that snake, the well is now flooded. Honestly, okay. So, like, if I lived in this town, right? It's probably the worst logic ever, but I would immediately assume, like, oh, the snake got clogged in there, at least pulled it out, and now all the clogged up water is pulling out. Don't ask how. I don't know how a snake got clogged in there. But, like, it just happened, okay? Just a snake in the well. Lise actually saved our town by flooding it. When you think about it. All the gossipers.
We must do something, Miss Marlin.
Get a hold of yourself, Brunhild.
Is everything all right?
Everyone's losing their minds, Elise, that's what.
There's no need to be so cruel, Marlin.
Bernard's out there, too. As he ought to be, Brunhild. We need them to patrol.
Marlin's right, Brunhild. I'm certain they'll be all right. Elise has it right. She's made it out of the woods, and with Atfel in tow.
We must trust our men, Brunhild. Yeah, if Woolman can do it, then Whoa Man can definitely do it. Just saying. That's just how it works. Wait, yo! Not all of the men are out about town. What is this about, you slackers?
You should be going home, Elise. I know, Mr. Tristan.
We're making certain folks aren't wandering about, is all. Trying to keep folks at ease, too, given the rumors.
Folks are frightened and confused, Eugen. It's not personal. Believe you'll be leaving Kieferberg next week, aren't you?
More than you can imagine, Tristan.
You'll be missed, Eugen. That I know for certain.
Aw, man. He probably shouldn't even stay, honestly. He should get the fuck out tomorrow. Have dinner with Rose and Marine. Right, we gotta do that, too.
Maybe Elise could give it a try, Grun. Give what a try? Atfel won't talk to anyone about it. He won't eat, he won't sleep, he won't even talk to Mommy. This can't be good. Do you think you could try talking to him, Elise? Atfel says you saw it too, Elise. Saw what? He said there was someone else in the woods, a lass he didn't recognize. A lass? So you don't know anything about it, Elise? Of course not. Don't be silly, Jacob. Atfel says he doesn't want to talk about it, but... That's all right, Grun. Granny Marlin said he'll talk when he's ready.
Speaking of which, Gustav, we ought to... Head on home, I'd wager. And don't dawdle, Elise. Everyone's to stay home this evening.
Of course, Father.
It's important we keep a good grasp on who's out and about tonight.
What do you mean, Mr. Gustav?
We're taking turns on patrol, you see. Must make certain the same thing doesn't happen again.
What happened with Atfel? I understand.
That's why you and your cousin had best stay home, Elise.
Certainly, Mr. Gustav.
This ordeal has been going on long enough.
It's about time you do something, that's for certain.
Can I sneak into his chamber right now, I wonder? Save progress real quick. I just want to sneak into his study. We have the key. Although it says catacombs key, so I don't know how I feel about the catacombs key potentially meaning. Oh, whoa, look at that. The fireflies are in here tonight. That was good luck on my part, honestly. I don't think I would have checked in here otherwise.
Have you come here to pray? No. Doesn't make a difference to you at this point, does it? You see, we gold maidens are conflicted beings. Huh? He saved us in a way, what with his blessings and the sacrifices we made. It's enough to forfeit our right to divine salvation, isn't it?
Oh, no.
What are you trying to say? That I'd rather share eternity with him and his entourage than face my rightful punishment in the pits of hell.
So he's not Satan? Yeah, that would freak me out too to listen to. I'll allow that one. Let's see. No, I don't want to look at relationships. I have like no sanity right now. This might be a bad idea to try to do anything involving the side story. Maybe if I try something else. Okay, we just can't enter the study right now, I'm guessing. We have the key, but I'm probably gonna have to wait until tomorrow. That's fine. I can be patient. I can wait. We had to wait 2 in-game days for the well to be available anyways. I'm like really low on sanity. I'm concerned that we're gonna lose to some kind of sanity loss event during the next part, but we'll see. What do you got, Wilhelm? Are you joining the patrols, lass?
Why would I, Mr. Wilhelm?
Makes 2 of us then, I see. Lads won't let me go. The ingrates.
Ingrates?
I'm very much capable despite my age.
Ah, I see.
You too, Elise. You rescued the poor lad, and yet, if anyone should be out there, it'd be you. That is true. I am the savior of Atfel. Rat. Look at that little rat. Aw. I just want to pick him up and hold him and take him on my adventure with me. We can name him Rat Taro. And he'll be able to do fun little gestures that'll help us advance in the story. Oh. Alright, here we go. Elise, do you have a moment?
For goodness sake, what now?
You see, Elise, we've been wondering.
It's best we don't, Ariane.
What's the matter?
Your cousin was telling us about how she got to Kieferberg, you see. Is it true she came all this way on foot, Elise?
Yes, it is. She couldn't afford to come about any other way, Miss O'Dealy.
That's highly unlikely, Elise.
What? She wasn't very lucky. I suppose that's all there is to it.
Ah, there was another thing we wanted to ask you. She told me to light a candle to keep the witch away, Elise.
That's because you're so frightened, Miss O'Dealy. She took pity on you.
Oh, but how does she know such things, lass?
I don't know.
Truly, it makes me rather uncomfortable.
Ah!
That said, Elise, there's one more thing.
Just one more thing.
And then Columbo pops out.
Your friend there knows a lot about witches, it seems. My wife, she knows a whole book about them.
She said searching everyone in town won't help us find the witch.
That's only natural, or what of it? Gamble.
Would you say that's reasonable?
My, of course, we don't know what we're dealing with, lass. I wouldn't agree with Miss O'Dealy if things weren't so.
You're both frightened out of your wits, that's what. I'll be on my way home. Oh, come on. On my way home now, ladies. Good night.
Well, at least it's at 3 and not like 8 or 9 out of 10. I can handle being at 3 suspicion. Here they are, all the men. It's best you head on home, Elise, before it gets any darker.
Where are you folks going?
It's time we head out on patrol. We must make certain Kieferberg's out of harm's way. Even if you say that, Ludwig.
You've been going on these patrols all week, and yet...
All the more reason to keep doing it, lass. Finn's right, we need to look out for each other.
All I want is to let them have it, be it the culprit or even the witch.
Can't say I don't share the same sentiment, Finn. At least we managed to pick out those weevils somehow.
I noticed you managed to fix the fountain.
That happened on its own. We don't know how.
Oh, I would show the bastard if only we knew who it is. Would they beat their own neighbors, I wonder?
Yes, yes, they would. They would 100% do that, Elise. You should be very careful of these terrifying men.
What in the Lord's name are you doing out here, Lebkuin? Waiting for your earful, it seems. I would have met you inside, for goodness sake.
Yeah, they would. Yeah, they would.
I'm fine, Elise. You're making too much of it. You're bread.
Bread.
You're out of your mind, Leb.
Speaking of which, Elise, yeah, Lebkuin always sits there. Why is she surprised? How is she surprised at this point? Lebkuin is the most stubborn person in this entire town.
Folks have been rather tense lately. I've noticed. I know you can look after yourself, but one good deed won't shield you from all of it, Elise. What do you mean? Folks have been talking ill about each other all day. Even Miss Marielle hasn't been spared, you see. There's no need to fret, Leb. I'll make certain I hold my tongue. Make certain you stay home as well. Has she noticed I've been wandering about at night? Elise? Of course, Leb, and you need to stop fretting. We don't want you fainting again. I will, in due time.
What was that noise? Oh. I thought that was like her stomach or something. But I guess it was just a weird owl noise. Gretel. Oh, there she is. Aww. She's holding an orb of wisdom. That's not bread she's rolling. That's like the orb of power in her hand, I'm convinced. I would like one pretzel, please. Looks like there's gems in crust. I'm guessing those are raisins or something. There's little green specks. It keeps making me think that there's emeralds inside the pretzels. Anything else? Some pretzels, maybe? I just bought pretzels. You know, that reminds me, when I was young, I went out to this place that was like Bavarian German themed. And I was like really young, but my family, we went and did like a pretzel making course. It was actually really cool. Obviously there's nothing crazy about it, but it definitely helped with my like interest in cooking and making food and stuff. I'll always remember that because I hated how the pretzel tasted. I wish there was more salt. It was too sweet. I got a problem. There we go. We'll save our game. We'll go hang out with Rose and Marine, and then we'll head off for the night. Hop, skip, jump. Doing fine. No worries there. Sweet pretzels are great. If you have cheese to go with it. I can't just have a sweet pretzel, though. I would need, like, some hot, gooey cheese and a good old salt spread all over it. Ooh, that sounds phenomenal, honestly. Now I want a pretzel. But like the really gross like concession stand pretzels you get at sporting events. Save your progress? I would like to save my progress, even though I just saved my progress. I'm all about saving progress. Thank you, little birdie. Hey, Rose. Oh, Flock's here too. The murder goat.
Ah, Elise, welcome home.
Aw, he's so cute. He can't be evil.
For goodness sake.
What's Flock doing inside, Rosemarine?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I was about to take him out to the granary. Is everything all right, Elise? I'm tired is all. I'm not sure I should mention that serpent. Talking to Rosemarine sometimes does more harm than good.
I'm sorry,
You're thinking of something, aren't you?
Flock is really into that.
you know,
I'll be heading out after supper, Rosemarine. I was invited. Where to? By whom? By a serpent. Just the same as the crow. It invited me to its grove.
I'm so glad.
Oh, that's wonderful, Elise.
Flock.
I suppose. I'll be staying home this evening, if that's all right. Things didn't quite go so well last time, did they?
Rose and Marine.
Rosemarine,
It's fate, Elise.
this is your fate, Elise. It was wrong for me to interfere. This is something you're to do for you, and you alone.
Thank you, Flock.
You're right.
For goodness sake.
What is it, Flock? Can't you settle down? I'll take him outside, Elise. He's been a little restless. And then we can have supper. A little too restless for my liking.
I can't hardly think with that goat hopping about. That's what he wants. He wants you to not think. Before we have supper, though. Or maybe we already had supper. Let's check the portrait again. Maybe it changed? Oh. Oh, okay. Well, now he's trying to shoot the unicorn. But that can't be a representation of Walpurga, because Walpurga is represented by the stag, not a unicorn. It didn't used to look like this, did it? So now I'm all kinds of confused again. No, I don't want to go to the title screen game. Why would you sit on the title thing? I just wanted to check real quick to make sure that the study key doesn't magically work here. Doesn't seem like why I should be viewing here. Okay. How many fireflies? We should have a lot of fireflies. Yeah, look at that. Dang. We've collected 15. I'm going to assume there's maybe 20, and that we're really close. Or there's like 30 of them, and I've been doing a really bad job of collecting them. Either's viable. Hey, Rosemarine, we're gonna eat? I'm hungry.
Say, Rosemarine. Oh, I was about to head back inside. That's alright, I don't have much of an appetite anyhow. You don't have to justify yourself to me, Elise. No, I truly don't feel like eating, Rosemarine. It's been rather secretive for a reason, I can tell. Rosemarine, you don't have to tell me what happened yesterday, or even about tonight, Elise. I suppose I trust you to do what you feel is best for you, alright? Thank you, Rosemarine.
Alright, well, it's time to head into the woods and get spooked. Time for the witching hour, which I was calling the witching hour. I didn't realize that in the menu was referring to it as the witching hour, too. But, that's actually really cool that I had the right idea down. I probably saw it, like, out of the corner of my eye and just assumed and never actually bothered to really look at it. But this time we're going to enter the snake's domain, which maybe will be a little bit trickier. I don't know, the crow's domain was rough, but it was something I was able to survive without too many issues. We'll see how the snake goes. I've got pretzels for healing, which is great because then they'll also be able to restore my food meter back. You know, I can't guarantee I'm not going to take damage while I'm doing these more adventure sections of the game. Save your progress? Yes. Yes, I will. Alright, Snake, I'm not afraid of you. Show me what you got. What's your challenge anyways, huh? You gotta play, like, snakes and escalators?
Yes, Elise, welcome. We're gonna play Candyland. I hope you brought your Monopoly board piece.
Ooh, I like the setting here. Beitao. Beitao? Is that his name? Beitao. He's the beta snake. Poor guy. Oh, ooh. I really love how these areas look. Let's save the game. And, okay, can I smash that jar? Okay, these are the smashable jars. Matches! Thank you, game. I love how generous it is. Oh, uh-oh. Snake curse.
Can you feel it, Les?
My neck!
It aches, doesn't it? That kiss of mine.
You wretch, what did you do to me?
You did well in finding me in these steps.
What is this? Something's writhing.
Come to me, Les. Sink deeper. I will give you nothing less than what you seek.
Okay. Should probably... Oh, I already got my lantern out. Good.
That serpent's dangerous. I don't like it one bit.
So there's probably going to be a trick to this like there was with the other area. Also, I got to keep my eye out for what's it called? Fireflies. Oh, what'd you drop? Acquired porcelain knife. Okay.
I best think twice before using this.
That's a very good call. We got some thorns up there. Anything over here, perhaps? Oh, a vase I can shatter. Another porcelain knife. Okay. She's gonna say that every time we get a porcelain knife. That's good to know. Fireflies. I'm in a search for fireflies. What's that about? Door's locked.
This gate's so heavy looking. I'm not strong enough to push it open.
I mean, you know, you gotta know your limits at least. That's fair. Let me guess. I used the porcelain knife to cut through these vines. Yep. Easy enough. Oh! Was that not good?
What in the... It moved.
Oh. Nope. No, that was not good.
Oh gosh.
Oh, that was a bad idea. Now it's just kind of patrolling around. If I step out this way... Well, that was just a really bad idea. Now there's a monster crawling about. Oh. Okay, it didn't see me. Oh, it did see me. Well, this is why I've got the pretzels and a lot of band-aids. Look at that. We at least restored our food meter. Okay, I don't know how big the sight on this thing is, but it's not my intention to wake it up. Now I'm gonna have to be very careful moving around. I can't help but feel like... No, I should... Oh, wow, okay, it's fast.
I'm safe. Whatever that thing is, it doesn't seem to follow me onto solid ground.
Some kind of watery wraith.
What is this?
Wait, was that...
Freya.
Freya?
Okay, well, she said I should be careful where I use the porcelain knives, and so far I've only used one to upset some kind of demon spirit. Oh, where are we now? Oh, uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh. Okay, I was supposed to do that, I suppose. That thing is not a happy camper. It's very angry.
What in the Lord's name was that noise?
Fireflies.
Oh, how foolish I was. To think he would have granted me all my heart desires. He didn't? I faltered in my resolve, in my determination. If only I'd taken that last step. Why didn't you? You will know in time. I suppose I will.
We got berries. Ooh. And we lost some sanity for that. Uh-oh. Do berries restore sanity? No. Oh, no. We're low enough on sanity that we're suffering from illusions. Falter and resolve, was it? Disturbed solely by the endless water stream. The moon's reflection graces its surface in everlasting companionship. Well, now what? I'm gonna be stuck with the freaky filter for the rest of this. Maybe there will be some St. Walpurgis oil later in, or something we can use. I could... Do we have any tiffle on us? No, but I could back out, go sell some stuff, and then use the tiffle to get a sanity item. Yeah, we haven't gone too far into here. How far back of a save would that have been? Crossroads. Yeah, I'd rather have sanity and not have to listen to scary laughing for the entirety of that section. So let me go buy some restorative items real quick while we still can. Hey, Lebkuin, don't mind me. Hey, everybody, don't mind me. I went home and then I forgot. How could I have forgotten? I left my wallet over at the inn, so I need to go back to the inn real quick. You guys all understand. Don't mind me. Just cruising on by. Nothing weird here. I'm not suspicious. Excuse me, doggy. Go past the apple cart. It'd be nice if I knew where any other hidden items are, because there's clearly some hidden items on the map. Some freebies and such. It's so lonely all by myself in the inn. Okay, so what I can sell for some tiffle are I could sell the 2 pretzels. We can sell the 2 buns. Sell the acorn. And then I'm gonna sell 3 of the band-aids. Oh, we're literally 1 tiffle away. Alright, fine. I'll sell 1 of the pretzels, too. You sure that's all, sweetheart? I'm buying. I need grape juice. I love grape juice, Wilma. You have no idea. You can only have 1 grape juice at a time? Weird. Okay. Yeah, I'll be right back, Wilma. Don't worry. Just gonna step outside for a second. Drink my grape juice. Step back inside for a second. What a weird system. I hope that she's not completely out of grape juice now. She is! Oh, no. I see. Well, I can't afford the St. Walpurgis oil. That shit's expensive. Well, okay, there's one way I can afford the St. Walpurgis oil. I'm sorry, roast turkey. I'll be back for you tomorrow, I swear. As long as I S-rank a minigame tomorrow, I should be able to rebuy the roast turkey. I don't know what Molly's gonna want. My bad. What was that? Millie? No, her name is Molly. Wait. You know what? She has a name. It's something. There we go. We're back up to enough sanity now. I don't know what she's gonna want on the last day. As long as I don't eat the strudel tonight, because as far as I'm aware, there's no other way to get a strudel other than finding it where I found it. And I don't even remember where I found it, so... Gotta be careful with that. Alright, back off to the forest now. This game has been making me micro just well enough that it doesn't feel frustrating. And I definitely blame myself for not doing better on some of the mini games, as well as just, like, not being smarter with my purchases. This game does a really good job. Okay, back into the forest of berries. Making our way to the forest. It's spooky, but we're fine. It's fine. Everything's okay. Nothing creepy here. Not messed up in any way. It's gonna be great. We're gonna be fine. Alright, yeah, you can't run during this bit, but that's okay. Also, it says 2 snakes, or there's 2 snakes in the image, which makes me kind of nervous. We'll see, though. I wonder why the snake has such a big water motif to it. Save right here. Overwrite that. Perfect. Okay, smash this. Get, what was in there? Matches. Oh, and I immediately put my thing away. Snake's curse. He basically says,
Hello, would you like to get a free trial of, a Viper? It's the newest VPN, Viper VPN. It's really cool, I promise. You'll love it.
porcelain knives. I need to be picking up these porcelain knives. That's 1 porcelain knife. And then she says, I need to think choice before using this. Which, I would understand thinking choice before using it, except there's only 2 spots in this map, and it seems like I had to cut up both of them anyway. Game. I'd best think choice before using this. Yeah, okay. Oh god, I just ran right into those vines. I didn't think she would just take damage, jeez. Okay, cut those out, release the evil demon that's inside of here. Just an evil demon. What in the... It moved. Oh. You can't get me, you can't get me. We see Freya go that way, and we're caught back up to where I was. Except this time I now have the sanity to be talking to fireflies. And then when we move up here, the spirit gets angry and throws a tantrum. Can I speed through this, maybe? No, you can't speed through this. That is an angry goddamn ghost thing, water spirit, wraith. I wonder what his problem is. What in the Lord's name? What in the Lord's name? Whoa, I've heard it all before. You're like the 80th, Firefly girl. Oh no. Not my sanity. What do we got? Berries, we'll do healing. I do still have a pretzel, so we'll be able to get some of my food back for the next in-game day. No sweat.
I'm safe. Whatever that thing is, it doesn't seem to follow me onto solid ground.
It went into the other room, Elise. Alright, more dodging, I'm guessing. Ooh. Ooh, a nice little bridge. This is a really cool shot. I like this. I actually kind of want to take a screenshot of it. Heck yeah. Really cool area. Alright, let's keep pressing forward, Elise. We got a sacrifice to get. Oh. Oh, is it behind me? I hear a snake. Very sinister sounding snake. Oh, another gate. Oh, hey, there he is. What's up, snake?
I knew you'd show up sooner or later, lass.
Out with it!
Why don't we get this over with, serpent? Where's the testament you promised me?
I don't see the need to rush.
I'm already bearing the sting of your bite, serpent. What else is it you want from me?
You've received his gift, shared of your flesh, with that oaf of a crow. It is now my own turn to partake, lassie. It stings, does it?
What did you do to me, you wretch?
Come find me on the farther side of these gates. Show me your resolve. Traverse these depths. Only then shall I give you what you want.
Won't you at least tell me your name, serpent? It's... Lass. Yeah, I'm not gonna even try that one. There was a moment when we saw the crow's true name, which makes me curious if we'll be able to see that with the snake. Lost in thoughts, as it were, the statue's gaze loses itself in solemn contemplation. Is the reflection different? No, the reflection isn't any different, I don't think so. Well, time to go investigate. What's the worst that happens? We get attacked? Mr. Snake, I'm already not a big fan of your trial. It kind of stinks. Where else can I go on this part of the map? Oh, over this way? This area is really heavy with the invisible walls, that's for sure. Ooh, 2 keys. Okay. This is such an odd lock. How am I to get it open, I wonder? It must be meant for some sort of key, but... Oh, hey, maybe our friend will open it up again for us. Oh. Oh, God. Uh-oh. Elise, you good? What the hell? For heaven's sake. I'll go mad if I stay here any longer. Well, that may actually happen, Elise. You're in luck. Save my progress. Go talk to the lights. You too will be bathed in gold, lass. All who meet him share the same fate. Did he not grant your wish? We golden maidens belong to him, lass. Regardless of whether it is your wish he's granted or if you were gifted to him. What? To think I was once in your shoes. Gifted to him?
Interesting. Very interesting. Can I go this way? No. And then this way also see... Oh, wait. Kind of ended up in a weird spot back there. I don't know if that was intentional or not. There is like a little beaten off path over there. That's fun. Oh, it's Lebkuin.
Lebkuin?
Oh, she said it. Lebkuin!
That couldn't be her.
Lebkuin, was that you? Oh no, fire.
Come, lass. Your goodness is much needed. My goodness, you say? I know what you seek in these depths. That serpent's the key to its burrow, yes. In this woodland guarded by the masked beasts, it's its second half. What about the first half? Make your way deeper into the lagoon, and I'll surrender it to you. What lagoon? Wait! For goodness sake!
Uh-huh. Well, I know there's probably still a monster running around somewhere, so I gotta be careful. I haven't seen it in a bit, though, so maybe it's decided to... Oh. Oh, no, there it is. Oh, gosh. Okay, we'll stand on this platform. What's this about?
It's shining so bright. I can't see what's at the bottom.
Illuminated from its depths, the water's surface blooms as the iridescent shades of teal waltz in gentle undulation. Item? Item. Matches. Oh, God! Oh, jeez. Okay, I gotta keep a very close eye on that thing as it wanders around. Maybe if I just follow behind it, you know, like, Oh, there's more than one of it. That's what's up. If any of them see me, they sprint really fast.
Was this part of a bigger statue, I wonder? Toppled upon a dense bush, the cracked stone statue rests eternally, as it were, in a peaceful slumber.
You know what? I have just enough health and, thing missing that we can use that. I can't use the strudel. No matter what, I can't eat... Oh, actually, the strudel just restores food. I don't need to eat the strudel, then. I'm good there. I'm safe. Oh, oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, come on! That was on me for being impatient. Okay, so I'll follow behind carefully. And then if I go this way, yeah, there's that one over there. Serpent key. Hey, look at that. We got one of the keys already.
This ought to be it. I'd best find the other one.
Devoid of any traceable expression, statue's hands rest crossed its chest in an elegant pose. Okay. I'm gonna wait for a ghost. Yeah, there's one. And there's another one. And they're both going up? No, that one's going down. Okay. So we're gonna follow that one from a safe distance. Food? Berries, yes. Okay, that's a healing item. We're making it. We're gonna make it. Platform I can stand on. Nice, okay. We're not completely out of it. I'm gonna wait for a ghost to pass by here before I make a move. If there is a ghost that passes by over here. Doesn't seem like it. Of course, the second I step off, one's gonna walk by. Maybe? Oh, what's over here? Oh! Is that the way I entered? There's no way that's the way I entered from. That's definitely a different path. What's over here, then? Aside from another really nice bridge. Oh, even more. Oh, hey, it's the spirit again. So this is the right path. I want to go back to that other room and look for, fireflies.
You again? Come, lass. You ought to keep your word. I have my doubts as to whether you'll keep yours. Follow the moonlight and you shall receive its graces.
Okay. I hope I don't forget that helpful tip when I come back to this room. Gotta go back this way, though, because I have a feeling I missed some items. Please don't attack me. Please don't jump out and attack me. I know there's a ghost that patrols this area. Got a porcelain knife. Okay, that's good. Ooh, safe land, safe land. You can't get me, haha. Oh, and look, it would have came up right behind me and jumped me. There it goes. Alrighty. What do we got here? More berries, perfect, more healing. That's all I need right now. This is another direction? With a moon as well. There's a lot of paths in this map. I just want to be certain I don't miss anything, honestly. I really shouldn't be tempting fate like that. Oh, I probably have to get both keys from both sides. So let me just go back here. A little more exploration in this room, and then we'll double back. Oh god, the ghost is like right there. It's like right there, man. Oh. Okay, I see. There's really not too much. We'll wait for that ghost to pass. Sucker. Sucker. I'm out of here. More berries? Oh, that seems like an infinitely spawning berry pot. That's really good to know. I'm sure eating the berries won't cause any problems later. There's no way. There's no way. Back this way. And he said to follow the moonlight, or the flame. So we'll do just that. We'll follow the moonlight. And it won't lead us astray, is what it said. That's a really pretty statue. Oh, we can't interact with that one, though, I guess. Any scary ghosts gonna try to attack me? I'm just helpless over here. Well, there's a mask in the water. Okay, the ghost is over there. I just saw it. It doesn't see me. It doesn't see me. What is that? The moon changed to something else. I don't know what it's trying to tell me now. Moon, you're gonna have to be a little less cryptic. I have the brain of trash, you see, and I won't understand what that means. It is a nice little effect, though. That is really neat. Where did that ghost go? Is that land that I can stand on? What if I head over this way? A lot of scary noises. But so far we seem pretty safe. Hey, look at a vase we can smash. Any item? Yeah, there we go. The game's being very generous with the healing items again. I appreciate that. Oh, what's this? That's what that is. Look at that. Finding all of them. Or the most that I can, at least.
Cruel, aren't you?
Huh?
Is your wish truly worth what you're sacrificing? I don't think that's any of your business. You've been branded already, have you? What's with all these questions? My, I'm just trying to tell you. I know I made plenty, and so did the rest of us. Well, I have no intention of ending up like the lot of you. We'll meet again then, sooner rather than later. For goodness sake.
Okay. Well, now I'm not too worried about the firefly. I'm gonna recklessly run now. There's no way a spooky ghost will come out and attack me while I recklessly run around. Try to figure out what the moon is telling me. Oh, Lord. Oh, no, never mind, never mind. I'm scared. I'm very scared. Never mind. Oh, I think I understand, though. The path on the ground is illuminated by the moon, right? So if we just follow these little pathways... Yeah, it won't lead me astray. It will lead me towards more ghosts, though. And we'll follow it along here. Yeah, I just gotta look at the reflection in the water. Now the moon's back. Half moon. Is this the same path? I think this is like a, I think this is one of those paths that keeps repeating almost. Maybe. I just ended up back at the way I entered, huh? Watch. Yeah, this is where I entered from. Yep. Oh gosh. What is that? I don't like that, whatever it is. Oh god! Let's go back that way. I think it's one giant repeating path, and I just need to follow the moon's instructions. It's a shame I have no idea what the moon's trying to tell me. It is very nice, though, that it is trying to help. More matches. So if we follow the path set out by the moon, Okay, right now it's half moon. Maybe that means just head right? Okay, full moon, so head straight? Well, that's not a full moon, though. It looks like it's kind of a waxing moon. Oh. Well, now it's just telling me vampire, whatever that means. Oh, here we go. Here's a new area. I have to assume I'm going the right way. Eat some of these berries. Did I do it? It doesn't seem like it. I have no idea. This part's rather elaborate, I'd say. Now where am I? Yeah, I'm back here at this room. Shining so bright, I can't see what's at the bottom. Alright, back out onto the path. I need to pay attention to these moon phases. Come on, Elise. We're wasting too much time. Okay, so... Crescent moon. What if I fit the crescent moon in right there? No. I was really hoping. Oh. Don't come to life, mask. You don't want to. Promise. So there it turns into a half moon like that. Just smashing pots along the way. Okay, now it's back to a crescent moon. That looks like something, maybe. No. Just a weird cut. So crescent moon. If I run in this direction. When it has the one that almost looks like an eyeball, that seems... Yeah, so this seems like it's the right path, but... Where? Where am I going from here? Oh. Now we're on a crescent moon, but in the other direction. It's so dark, I can't see anything. Half a moon. Well, hey, here we go. This is new. Gotcha. Lady with her hair, with her head carved out. Very important. And then this is... almost a moon. And then that's, bat wings in the moon. Not sure what that one means. Okay, now we're at a moon, but in the other direction. Am I supposed to be searching somewhere in the wall? Oh, wait, no. No, this is one of the ways I entered from. This is the way I entered from before, so that's not it either. I guess I could just keep running until something, clicks. I suppose there's nothing wrong with trying that. Oh, God. Lady, you got a bit of a bush growing out of your brain there. You might need to get, like, a professional to hedge trim it or something. Berries? Berries. Nice. More healing. Could always use more healing. Hey, there we go. This looks like the right way. The water sparkles. I keep thinking tonight. Yeah, this is definitely the right way. Look at that. Oh, I love how all the geometry's, like, shifting and moving. That's so neat. This must be what we're looking for. Lost in thought, as it were, the statue's gaze loses itself in solemn contemplation. Wait a minute. No, this is also a place I've been before. Because, yeah, there was Firefly right over there. Well, I'll save. Okay, so if you go too far right north, you end up back in the one room. If you go too far right bottom, you end up back in the one room. Scary noises are happening. So we gotta head into the lagoon. And then we have to follow the moon. More berries. Yeah, at least the berries are infinitely respawning. Keep heading south for now. Snake! Oh, look at that! It was that easy the whole time. I should have known. You've come to our rescue. Rescue? My other half has been shattered in 3, left to rot in these depths. I beg of you, find the great statues and cover where they've kept my other half. You're giving me the other half of this key, surely. I'm not about to wander this lagoon with no purpose. I have what you seek, yes. Fine mother half, put us to rest, and I shall aid you as well. You'd best keep your word. Oh, okay, I see. Huh. These moon phases, I wonder what they're for. They seem to be connected somehow. And a little save birdie. Okay, so a full moon is on the right, and a new moon is on the left, and then Snake is in the center. And there are statues scattered around like this, so I guess we just gotta figure it out. Uh-oh. Was that not the right idea? Take heed. One's path is nothing but the reflection of one's ungodliness. Only in the brace of the new moon may one purify their sins. Okay. New moon should be this way. I know what I'm doing now, kind of. Crescent moon. If we just keep heading in this direction, new moon. Oh gosh. Leave me alone, please. Go somewhere else. Bother someone else. New moon should be surely in this corner somewhere. Go away. Leave me alone. Okay, if the new moon icon changes, then we've gone too far. Should be a statue somewhere around here. Uh-oh. Oh, it didn't see me. Okay, it just didn't feel like seeing me that time. I mean, maybe it is just this statue over here then. Where was it? Uh-oh, I'm going like extra blind now. Okay, that's back to a crescent moon. We don't want that. We want the new moon. It must be this statue right here. Look at that. So this is the reflection the statue mentioned. I suppose I'd best solve the other great statue's riddles. Okay. I remember one of the great statues being up here. Vaguely. Yeah, up here in this direction. Ugh. Take heed. Pour all that is your passion into his 6 vessels, lass. Pursue his blessing at the peak of luminescence, and you, too, shall drown in his allure. Okay, so full moon, right? That makes pretty obvious sense. It seems like the ghosts are only patrolling the left side of the map, so I'm just gonna book it straight. Oh, nope, speaking of the ghosts, never mind. That's not a full moon, but that is where the last vessel is. Good to know. Oh, come on. Healing items. I have berries. I need to eat these berries. No point in playing foolishly and losing for it. Berries? No. Okay, full moon. Full moon. Okay, 6 vessels, right? These were the 6 vessels, huh? I suppose I'd best solve the other great statue's riddles. One more to the north. I just spawned there after being assaulted. Take heed. Drowning in eternally rushing waters, such is our fate. In limbo we remain, doomed to gaze up at the moon's eternal crescent. Okay, there's a couple crescent moons, so I need to find a crescent moon that involves drowning in waters. Let me at least get a better idea of which way I should be looking here. Okay, so the 2 crescent moons are bottom left and top left. Let's check bottom left first. Whoa, what the heck did I do? Perhaps it's best to take a look about this lagoon. I think I glitched out the game there for a second. That was freaky. Oh, I should have snapshotted that. That was freaky. The more I look at this map, the more it reminds me of... The more I look at this slate, the more it reminds me of a map. The more I look at this map, looks like a map to me. Oh, hello, ghost. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna sneak behind you. Oh. I really shouldn't be awakening any more of them. So this is a crescent moon area. Well, that's not a crescent moon. I don't know if one of them's the crescent moon and then one of them is like a different type of moon. Oh, wait, here we go. Right? Yeah, look at that. Genius brain. 1, 2. Those things are fast. Yes, they are. They're terrifyingly fast. And it doesn't help if they spot you off camera. That keeps actually making me jump a little bit. Okay, so over at the new moon, we have something we can do now.
That vision. It's that spirit's second half. Ought to go find it, I suppose.
Should be right up this way. It took me a second, but that was a really fun puzzle. They did a really good job with this one. Wasn't too difficult. It just required a little bit of thought and effort. Here we go.
I beg of you, lass. Keep me company. I wish to be reunited with my innocence.
All right, come along. I'll take you there. Do I follow it or does it follow me? I guess I follow it. Escort mission, kind of. Uh-huh. Very nice. Super cool game. Are we going to keep moving now? Oh. Seriously? What was I supposed to do?
I beg of you, keep me from harm. I wish to be reunited with my other half.
Okay. Wow, you have to be very close to this thing for it to move. That was just a bad spot then to be stuck in. Come on now. Come on. Yeah, back off. Back off, you weirdo. Oh, we just have to get to the center. We just have to reach the center of the map, you little blue flame. Don't mess with me. Come on. Come on. Almost there. A little bit further now. Snake. Okay, we're pretty much there. I did it.
We owe you our everlasting gratitude. May you receive his blessing.
I don't know if I want his blessing.
Stray not from your destined path.
And serpent key number 2. Perfect.
I suppose this is the key I'm missing. Stray not from my destined path, huh?
Oh.
What is this?
A corridor? We're awaiting you beyond the Crimson Bridge. No choice but to go through here, I suppose.
I'd like to save my game real quick. Oh. Right here. All right. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh, just start running. Just start running. Yep, I thought so. Just go. Just go. That wasn't too bad. Oh, God, they're all like zombies.
Rosemarine!
Wait!
Rosemarine, wait!
Seems like the witch doesn't have a big influence in here like she did the crow's domain. Unless this is the witch's doing. The zombie versions of our friends. Ooh, the moon's all bloody and scary now. It's a blood moon. It's unplugging my controller.
What is this?
I'm back here?
Jesus, game, come on.
I'm losing my wits in this maze.
Oh yeah, we're like all the way back here where we started now, before everything collapsed around on us. Go look around a little bit. Oh, yeah, nope, I don't want to. I'm sorry, Mr. Snake. I'll go open the gate now. Don't worry, I've got the keys. And we got a porcelain knife, which may come in handy. I didn't need it in that area. Look at that. We got it open. Meet the serpent in the woods. Oh, look at that. He's got his own little snake altar. That's cute. Cute little snake altar. And a bunch of glass-looking porcelain trees. Bah.
I can't move. I'm paralyzed. He speaks not but the truth. Fortune runs in your blood, lass. It's you again, you wretched serpent. I can feel its warmth.
How deeply you ache for this swish of yours, lass. Can you feel it? This venom of mine reaching down to your fingertips. I'm burning. What are you doing to me, you wretch? This fear residing in you is merely a pebble in your path.
Oh God.
It is your coronation you're conceiving, one tribute at a time, and thus... Lepkuin? You ought to keep faith in his word. As it is he who's to honor your name, and you who's to reunite with him at the peak of the full moon.
Reunite? I've never met him.
Elise.
Brace it, Elise. Your most vile lust for sovereignty and your thirst for promiscuous blasphemy.
Lepkuin, what are you saying?
Elise.
Pursue it, Elise. I ache to drink from your venom and bask in your glory.
My glory?
Your most vile thirst for extravagance, your devotion to opulence. I ache to dine on your flesh and bathe in your radiance.
Let me go, you. Has her thing always had a little mustache on it?
Embosom it, Elise. Your fearless lust for all that shines gold.
Rosemarine.
Hyper-realistic blood.
Allow me, Elise.
To endow you with all that is my being and my purpose. I ache to adore your name, your beauty. I yearn for the taste of your venom.
Wait. Elise.
Savor it, Elise. Revel in it, Elise. Indulge, Elise.
By this deliverance of chastity and by your heredity, as I bear witness, so be it.
Ooh. Ugh. Well, we did it. He got our blood. Oh. Needle Testament. So is there just gonna be a bunch of snakes in town tomorrow and all the townsfolk are gonna be like, what the fuck? Just like how there's just a bunch of crows.
My whole body is aching. Rosemarine, Lepkuin, and Freya. They were all... It's this dream again, but
Is this?
When did I fall asleep? What exactly happened? They drew her blood, I think, onto that needle? I'm not entirely sure either. She got pricked by a needle and fell out. Relatable, honestly. What are they gonna do with it? Well, kind of like how the crows took a piece of my hair to make the bread. I'm guessing we're gonna use the blood to make, like, wine or something. It's very religious symbolism. Because we need to have offerings for him. We're back in this dream again. I like this dream. It's a fun time, but, is it just gonna play out the same way again? Yep, here he comes.
Are you deaf? You ought to hurry now or you'll miss it. Miss what? Hurry now, hurry now.
Miss what? Yeah, seriously. Hopefully we'll find out. This is a cutscene. I'm not actually playing at this point. Here comes all the fun laughter, then the screen's gonna explode, and they're gonna sing and song and dance, but I have no idea what this means yet. It's super cool, though. That dancing girl is one of the firefly spirits, though. And it's already over. Well, now it's Free Tog Friday. Ooh, it's like extra dark in the house today. All the colors are really off. Everything's super gray. The Testament. We do have it.
Oh, it's in my pocket. To think last night really happened. I best go find Rosemarine.
We got 18 fireflies. I'm guessing there's 20. Maybe I've done a really good job and found most of them. Yeah. Why are the colors super off? Did we lose a lot of blood? What happened? Oh. Well, she got shot by that prince. Whoever she is. She could be Walpurga still, the forest spirit.
What in the Lord's name?
Why is it so gray?
Good morning, Elise.
Good thing you're here, Elise.
Yes, thank you, Flock. Thank you very much, Flock.
I brought Flock in because of the rain you see.
Oh, this is the game's way of showing it's dark and cloudy. Okay.
He's well behaved anyhow, aren't you, Flock?
Give me food and souls.
I see.
It's raining?
Yes.
Oh, you hadn't noticed?
Alright, well, it doesn't matter.
I'm sorry.
You went out last night.
Now that you
I
mention
did.
it.
I got the Second Testament, I suppose.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Oh, Elise, that's wonderful. You can prepare the gift now. I was starting to fret because you've been avoiding talking about it.
There isn't much to talk about, Rosemarine. It doesn't feel wonderful. Yeah, she's so into it. I think it's just because she doesn't know any better. I don't think she's, like, means any ill will, but when you're raised by a witch, this is, like, all she knows, honestly. I think she's just adorably innocent and doesn't know any better.
Ever since we went there together, you've become a little... You said it yourself, didn't you? That I ought to do this myself for my own sake, and...
Elise,
Elise...
you know.
Well, I didn't mean, you know.
Oh,
You're right, Elise. It truly does only concern you. Going to the woodland with you on Tuesday wasn't...
Flock.
You agree, don't you, Flock?
Flock's just having a great time. We could all learn from Flock.
for goodness sake.
He's a goat, Rosemarine. Anyhow, it's best we move along before it gets late.
Hey, we got her in the party.
It's really pouring, isn't it? Oh, we'll be drenched in no time. It reminds me of when Granny and I would go on strolls in the rain. Why would you do such a thing? It's as Granny always used to say, Elise. We ought to embrace things as they are, in their purest state. I'm not sure that applies to the rain, Rosemarine. Why, it applies to everything in life, Elise. If you say so.
Is it really just raining outside? Oh yeah, it's not too bad. That's certainly an interesting way to show that it's raining. At first I thought Elise was actually just losing, like, color in her vision. But, I mean, this is better than the town being full of snakes. This clearly has something to do with my next objective. See you, Flock. Keep the house safe. Lock up if you leave. Oh, I don't like that noise. Some kind of freaky noise. Alright, maybe I'll be able to enter... Wait, is that the sound of the bird? No. That's just like the sound of the wind or something, right? It's so freaky sounding, whatever it is. Well, we still get to meet Freya later, so, you know, it's not too bad. Can't be too bad if you got a date with Freya later. Making our way back. Nothing with that reflection yet. Maybe I'm just hoping for something that won't be. Making our way. Nothing bad's happening. Tomorrow's the festival. There's no way anything bad will happen once we get to the festival. I refuse to believe it. I'm kind of curious. Is there more food here? No. I was really hoping that there would be, like, hidden food there every day. That would be a good secret. Alright, townsfolk, what are you freaking out about this time? Seems like nothing.
Where's everyone? I suppose folks wouldn't like standing in the rain.
For goodness sake.
Folks don't care about that in Kieferberg, Rosemarine. Come now, let's see what's going on.
Yes.
This week went by so quickly, didn't it?
I can hardly believe it's almost the full moon, too. What of it, Rosemarine? Your fate will be revealed tomorrow, Elise. Both our fates, in a way. You truly can't think of anything else, can you? Can you? For goodness sake! I can tell you're rather restless, Elise. Well, I haven't been having much rest lately, have I? I suppose, but... It's alright, Rosemarine. We ought to embrace it, right? Embrace everything in its purest state. Yes! Where is everybody? Hello? Hey, all the chickens are out. All the dogs are out. There's no cat. Wait, no, there's a cat. The cat's being smart. It's hiding under a tree where the rain won't hit it. Very cat-like of it. Very intelligent of it. I'm guessing they're over at the well, maybe? Or they're all in the church. Oh, wait, no, here's some people. I can't help but think it was ill will, Miss Marielle. What was, Miss Ariane? Oh, Elise, it's awful. Freya's maypole got torn down because of the wind and rain. You think someone did all that to the maypole, Miss Ariane? That's what we all think, Elise. Are you certain it couldn't have been the rain? With all that's going on, lass. It's such a shame. She put so much time into it. Maybe we're making a greater deal out of it than we ought to. I'm certain that's it, Miss Marlin. Oh, how I'd like to believe you, Elise. Not the maypole. No, that's Freya's maypole. Oh, it looks fine. What are they talking about? It looks fine? Am I crazy?
Even I will lend Freya a hand with the maypole if need be, Bertha. These two lassies will too, I'd wager.
Of course, Mr. Heinrich.
This was ill will, Father.
Now that you mention
It could have been the rain, Miss Bertha.
As it likely was, anyhow. Matters is that we lend Freya a hand, folks. Heinrich's right. We can't be without a maypole tomorrow. Oh, it truly has been one thing after another. We ought to gather for prayers. I would like all of Keitherberg to gather in church this afternoon. You're doing something at last. It's imperative we're all united and of the same mind. I'll make certain to spread the word, Father.
Gathering all these frightened folks in the same place can't be a good thing. I suppose I can't miss it, though. Intermission! Oh, never mind. Oh, I didn't talk to everybody. No! Oh, all that dialogue. Down the drain. Because it's raining. Is there a Molly hanging around somewhere? Doesn't look like there's a Muffy hanging around anywhere. I'll have to keep my eyes peeled. I'd also like to go check the church to see if I can sneak in now. What are you doing out here in the rain, Lebkuin? I've been visiting folks' homes is all. What for? Everyone's a little bit on edge because of the rain. Father Hans wanted me to help settle the townsfolk. Sent you to entertain this foolery, huh? It's all right, Elise. I'm feeling rather well rested. Even if that's the case, Lebkuin. It's the festival tomorrow, Elise. What does the festival have to do with it? Why, it's only one more day. As long as you don't push it. I won't. And then meeting Freya's later. Also, if you save, and then you can see right here that the, you can see that the effect they have, the, shader to make it look like it's raining is gone when you're in the menu. And then bop. Heck yeah, that's funny. Oh, wait, there's Molly.
Muffy.
It's you! It was you, Elise. What have I done now, Martha? You tore down the maypole.
Muffy.
Have you completely lost your mind, Millie? So it wasn't you, Elise? Of course it wasn't me, you little... Wait, have you been telling folks it was me who... Not yet. I came to you for some apple strudel.
All right.
You're not telling anyone anything of the sort, you hear me? Watch me. I can run really fast, Elise. Here's your strudel.
For goodness sake.
All right. Is this what you want?
Oh boy, oh boy.
I actually really like Melee. She's a great character. You'll keep your mouth shut then.
I'll say nothing, not even a little
For
squeak.
goodness sake.
Oh, I'll be the one making you squeak if you dare utter a single word, Maggie. This better be the last time I have to bribe her.
Well, she didn't give me a food. She didn't tell me to bring her something tomorrow. Saturday really is the last day, huh?
Can you believe the weather we're having, Elise? After all that trouble I had yesterday.
Trouble with what, Miss Elma?
Why, drawing water from the well, Elise. Only for it to overflow, and now this rain, too. For goodness sake, what have we done to deserve this?
The festival's tomorrow, Miss Elma.
What of it, Elise? The festival's the festival. It won't solve anything.
Why, it might at least lift folks' spirits.
Oh, lassie.
Blackmail! Yeah, I'm now nervous that they're not going to tell me a final food for her.
Ill will is inevitable, as much as it saddens me to say.
Folks are at their wits' end, that's what.
I wouldn't say it's ill will.
I understand, lass. Nobody wants to believe one of us could have done it.
That's because it wasn't one of us.
You're the one who's at the root of all this hearsay nonsense, old Joshin. Come now, Bernard, let's keep it civil.
Folks would have thought of the witch if it hadn't been for old Joshin. In fact, I'd wager folks would have forgotten about it by now if you'd let them.
I must say I agree, lass. Many things could have been avoided.
No, many things have been avoided thanks to me.
Be that as it may, we're to take this week as a learning experience. Which is why we ought to gather for a vigil. Gather everyone for prayer. That'll bring us together.
I've let Lebkuin know to make preparations.
Oh, that's a relief, Linda.
What is, Miss Lisbeth?
Oh, we were chatting about the festival, Elise.
It's finally happening, but now we have this rain. We've had worse than a little rain, Miss Lisbeth. That's true. Things are looking up despite everything. And Apfel seems to be feeling better. I figured I would let them both out for a little while. Has he stopped talking about the witch, Lisbeth? I don't know, Linda. I think he's keeping something from me. My 2 remaining goats are still ill, too. Miss Lisbeth. The festival will bring back some peace, Lisbeth. Father Hans has finally arranged for a doctor to drop by, at least. Oh, that's wonderful, Lisbeth. What are my minigames? Play Kiss the Rat, chop some wood. I want to go for the S rank and Kiss the Rat. I believe in my Kiss the Rat powers. I think I can do it. We'll do Kiss the Rat, but first I'm going to save and see if Father Hans's study is now open. If not, that's something we have to do tomorrow on the last day, it sounds like. Oh, there's people in there. I might not be able to sneak in.
Now this is a rare sight, Elise.
What is, Mr. Finn? Rather rare seeing you in church. Unless Lebkuin's in here, that is.
Move along, chaps. We don't have time for this.
Where are you going?
We came by to find old Wilhelm.
We want to use his workshop to finish those stalls. He's out and about on his morning walk, I suppose.
That old lad's restless. That's what he is. I can only hope I'll have half his energy when I'm his age.
Okay, you guys should leave. I'm definitely not going to use the key and enter the study or anything. Oh, wait, nope, don't want to see relationships. I'm just gonna attempt to enter the study again. Nothing weird. Seems like what I should be using here. Or not. Maybe there's somewhere else? Copy of the Holy Scripture rests upon the altar beneath a thin layer of dust. Father Han's Holy Scripture rests upon the altar, each page scrawled with annotations. Yeah. St. Walpurga, huh? There she is. Definitely not a witch that they converted. No, I don't want to go to the title screen. Doesn't seem like what I should be using here. Doesn't seem like I can. If not for this door, then it's got to be something in here. Father Han's study. I wonder when I'll be able to sneak in. Okay, so the game is telling me it's not the doors today, but that I have a chance. I think it's his altar somewhere, personally. Maybe if I try something else. It could be that I have to wait still. Using here. Okay. something in here. At least she was nice enough to give me the hint on where to use the key. But I also might be too early to using it. Doesn't seem to be working, huh? Interesting. So it could be one of these. Actually, I think it is. I've never seen water coming out of here. I wonder if they've ever been used for anything. Polished completely smooth, the pearly stone basin sits untouched. Okay, it's definitely these. Let's see what else we should be using here. Oh wait, I bet it's gonna be after the vigil. Something's gonna happen that's gonna change up in the church. Oh, there's a spooky noise I just heard. I'm definitely hearing spooky noises now. Using here. It's not up here that I use the key, that's for certain. I guess for now I'll just wait, but it seems like... I have a sneaking suspicion I'm going to be using the key on those basins. But... let me just read that one more time. Alright, let's see. I should be able to use that key I found, but it doesn't seem like I can. If not for this door, then it's got to be something in there. You should say in here or something in there. Something in there. So I wonder if I'll be able to sneak in. Okay, I gotta wait to just be able to sneak in then. So yeah, probably later today. I gotta make sure I have money. So that means whatever minigame I play. Oh, I should maybe do the wood chopping. It'd be better to just make sure I can get as much money as possible, honestly. There's the kids. I think I could do Kiss the Rat perfect. I've been practicing. I've been actually kissing rats on my spare time just to be good at Kiss the Rat, honestly. So it should be fine.
Ah, Elise. I can lend you a hand with the maypole, Freya. Oh, it's not that. It's Miss Wilma. She won't allow me and Miss Linda to work on the maypole inside the inn. Oh, for goodness sake. Because of the rain, you see. Why does she always have to be such a... bitch? It's alright, Elise. Miss Linda will be stopping by to lend a hand in a little while. You're too yielding, Freya. I know. Do you? So why do you let everyone walk all over you? It's not like that, Elise. On the contrary, it very much is like that, Freya. You deserve better than this nonsense. Elise... these folks are pushing it, that's what. I'll figure it out, Elise. You say so.
Someone's having like a panic attack over there. You guys good?
Still, Brunhild, you shouldn't say such things. I suppose not, but... getting an earful, Miss Brunhild? Best not stick your nose in other folks' business, lassie. Thought I'd give Miss Brunhild some of my sympathy is all. Oh, Elise, this week has been so hard on everyone. All the more reason not to antagonize me over trivial things. It's far from being triviality, Miss Bertha. What are you talking about? Miss Bertha said it's a good thing Freya's maypole got torn down, Elise. She can make it prettier this time around, that's all.
Oh, whatever.
Only that's not what you said, Miss Bertha. You're old enough to know what you say things don't... the way you say things don't matter, Miss Brunhild. It's best I move along before I lose my patience.
Seriously. Was it Bertha and Odelia have just been the worst. Bertha and Wilma, actually, have just been the worst this entire game. Man, if stuff hits the fan, I wouldn't be too upset if they didn't make it. Just saying. Just saying, like, if I had to save everybody and I, like, slipped up a little bit... I mean, I'll save everybody, no worries, but... What's up with you three?
Must have been someone, that's for certain.
About the maypole, I assume?
Odelia's certain it was ill will, Elise. You've seen what the windstorm did to Kieferberg last Sunday, Odelia. Perhaps the maypole suffered the same fate.
The festival's tomorrow, Miss Odelia. Give it a rest.
On the contrary, lass, it's never been this bad. Now that's a proper exaggeration, Odelia. She's right, Mechtild.
Didn't Father Hans say we're to gather this afternoon? If there's anyone who will know what to do, it'll be him.
Oh, you lad will never understand.
Yeah, but neither will you, because my suspicion's at 0, suckers. You'll never catch me. I'm too secretive. Too smart, too fast. Let's just talk to everybody and then, I think I have at least... No, I have 0 tiffle. I was gonna say, maybe I have enough tiffle to, like, retry if I botch the Kiss the Rat attempt, but I'll be fine. Eugen, you should have left, like, 3 days ago, man.
That's good to hear, I suppose.
You speak as though you'd rather have us find something, Lorelei.
Find what, Mr. Heinrich?
We were discussing last night's patrol is all.
It was rather uneventful, tiring, if anything. I find it strange nobody's found anything since Tuesday is all. Isn't it best we leave it alone?
You didn't see anything on Wednesday, did you?
No, I didn't. Ethel says otherwise. That's why I find it so strange.
That's not unreasonable, Lorelei.
Ethel's frightened, that's all. I don't know, Elise. I find it difficult to shrug it all off. He's been rather insistent, too.
I don't want to think of either of you as hiding something, but... Oh, never mind. Oh, never mind is what? Hello, old man. Hard at work, even this awful rain?
I could say the same about you, Mr. Wilhelm.
I'm too old to fret over a little rain. You can't keep me from my morning walks.
I suppose no one can, no.
Folks are too preoccupied with this witch nonsense. Even a rainy day is knocking them sideways.
At least the festival will bring them some peace of mind, won't it?
Let us hope it does, lass, but you never know.
What do you mean, Mr. Wilhelm?
Folks are addicted to this foolery, that's what I mean. That's why I'm avoiding everyone until this afternoon. Must look after myself.
Addicted, you say?
He's not wrong. Like, some of these characters just desperately want the witch to be real. I wouldn't. Like, obviously we know the witch is real. Elise knows the witch is real. But some of these townsfolk, do they really want a witch to be real? What are you going to do against a witch? Like, what are you going to do against the witch? She's going to cast level 2 hex on you. You're not going to make it. You're going to be a dead bozo. Just saying. Oh, she's standing on top of me. Oh no, she's the witch.
I'm afraid Wilma simply won't listen, Ariadne. Miss Wilma's being unreasonable again, I'd wager. Wilma's refusing to allow folks to work in her inn. Even though we can't make ourselves useful in this rain. Next thing we know, she'll be blaming Miss Wilma for it. I wouldn't say you're wrong, Elise. She's right, Wilma's always been difficult. I wouldn't put it past her to blame poor Wilma. Oh, to think we were so hopeful just this Sunday. The festival's tomorrow, Miss Ariane. It'll be fine. We can only hope, Elise.
Yeah, wait. Oh, now she's not. Wait, okay, it's like... Oh, I want to do it again. Oh, I can't get it just right. I guess I got it just right when I talked to him, it seems like. I think I already talked to Lebkuin, right? Yeah. And I have no idea where Rose and Marine's hanging out right now.
Oh, she's right there. What am I saying? Don't catch a cold standing out here, Rose Marine. That's all right, Elise. I'm used to it. And if it's so awfully nostalgic, too. Nostalgic, you say? I miss spending time in nature, you see. Granny and I would often dance about in the rain. You'd be catching colds quite often, I imagine. Oh, on the contrary. I may look fragile, but I'm tough. Is that so?
I don't... I actually don't remember. Everyone says you'll get, like, sick from it, but I'm pretty sure as long as you're, like, careful, you can avoid it. Like, getting a cold or stuff like that. Because I've tried plenty of times, like, left a window open at night to be sick before a school day, and it never worked out, so... It just doesn't work. Must be. I just saved my game. So I need money. Oh my god, I also need food. Also, I still have a porcelain knife. I wonder if I can sell it. I wonder if I could just eat some of these items too. I'm gonna go see if I can sell the porcelain knife and get some food out of it. That would be nice if I could actually do that. And then we'll play Kiss the Rat. I should play... Oh, what are you doing out here, Wilma?
The old geezer's unbelievable.
What's the matter now, Miss Wilma?
Old Wilhelm promised to meet me here, yet he's nowhere to be found. How is Wilma to fix the inn without his tools?
Miss Wilma?
Why, she does nothing all day, lass. Might as well have her lend a hand.
I thought she was looking after your inn, Miss Wilma.
Looking after my inn, you say? All she does is sit at the counter all day.
Well, yes, that's how that works, Wilma.
Keeping your shop open, Miss Wilma.
Why, that's the least she can do, wouldn't you say?
I suppose, but I wouldn't.
She's right where she belongs, that's what. Leaving for Primeldorf at first chance she got to learn a trade, she said. All I've seen her learn is to sleep on the job. That she's everyone's favorite. Prettier, nicer, with the bigger hair, the bigger...
Ah, I see how it is.
Always got all the praise while I've been here working myself to the bone.
Yeah, well, maybe if you didn't smoke 5 packs of Newports a day, people would like you more. I'm just saying. Can I sell the dagger, please? Can I do for you today, dearie? I'm selling. You can for 1 tiffle. That is not enough. I should be fine. I think I have, what, 2? I have 2 food? Yeah, so... Provided I roll a perfect 60 on Kiss the Rat, I'll be able to get some food. And then 1 more minigame later in the day. And then maybe some items later. I don't know. This is getting really tricky. I also could really use a St. Walpurgis oil too. Like, this is getting really close. I'm really cutting it close right now. I don't know. I don't think Muffy's gonna bother me for food anymore, so I should be fine. It seems like she won't, at least.
Kiss the rat! Kiss the rat!
Oh, for goodness sake!
Kiss the rat! Kiss the rat!
Kiss the rat! Kiss the rat!
Kiss the rat! Kiss the rat!
Fine. You two have problems. You know that?
We'll make you kiss it, Elise, whether you like it or not.
No, if I use Rosemarine's health, I will not make it. Gross. I don't want this stinky rat anywhere near me. Yes, I do. Okay, kiss the rat time. I can do it. I can get a perfect here. Okay, blue passes X, yellow passes circle. I'm going to go completely silent. I'm going to go extreme gamer mode here. I can do this. I believe in myself. Round 1. Okay, that's round 1. Oh my god. Okay, round 2. I'm already sweating. Yeah! Kiss the rat! Oh, okay, S rank. Look at that. Give me 60 tiffle now, children. It's my money. I earned it. Give it to me right now.
Money, money, money.
You win. Whew! How's that, you brats?
Oh, Jacob, you made us lose.
Well played, Elise. That's what I thought. Oh. That was very stressful. Now I just need to S-rank the chicken game, and I think I'm good. Oh. This is what happens when you don't eat. Yeah, as far as I'm aware, running out of food is the same kind of death as running out of health or running out of sanity. You really have to balance 3 different meters, which is kind of insane. But I'll be fine. We have more than enough money to feed ourselves now. It's always lovely seeing you, Elise. I'm buying. Buying me. Oh, now she sells apple strudel, I see. I would just like 1 Lebkuchen, please. Anything else? Some pretzels, maybe? See you, Granny. Please don't pass out, Elise. We got this. There we go. Perfect. Now we're not, like, starving to death anymore. I really ought to search around for hidden food items. These are for goats, I'd wager. Resting atop one another, many blemished, discolored, and wrinkled apples await their turn in the stable. Doing well this year. Okay. Just checking for hidden items. Now that I found that pretzel near the bakery, I'm like convinced there's other items I'm missing out on. And I won't stop till I found every hidden item, every nook and cranny of this god dang town. I will search it. There's no one safe from my prying hands and eyes. We gotta go to church in a second, but before we do that, what's over this way? Check like every barrel. It's my prom anyhow. Yeah, I like that there's just freaky, terrifying noises going on all day. They're subtle, but you can hear them. But they seem to be coming from the puddles, maybe. Jeez, it's really loud right over there for some reason. I wonder if there's anything hidden around the inn that I may have missed. It's filled with dirt. That Wilma tried to make a planter, but it fell flat, huh? Wilma Hate Club, Wilma Hate Club. What does Wilma keep in the shack? I wonder if you could enter Wilma's shack, if that's like a secret thing. It'd be really funny if you get in there and there's just a dead body. I wouldn't put it past Wilma, that's all I'm saying. Okay, let's go to church. Seems like everybody's gathered there but me. Even if I saved, I'll make another save real quick. Oh my god, why is it so loud in here all of a sudden? Well, here we all are. Brethren, I've gathered you here today to address the recent goings-on.
You're rather late, Father. We've had enough.
Show some respect, Elma. No, she's right. We need answers, Father. I'm afraid we will not be getting many today, Guido.
If this is yet another plea for us to overlook this situation, why don't we let Father Hans take the lead? He's had it all week, and look where it got us, Gustav.
We're here together for this evening for a vigil, brethren. Together, we are to appeal to the Lord's mercy and benevolence, as well as... All that'll do is put a lid on folks' troubles, Father.
That's right, we need this witch to pay.
Who would you suggest ought to pay, Lorelei? Where's this witch you folks speak of?
Gustav's right, we don't know where to turn.
Prayer will show us the path we ought to follow, brethren. Like a light ray, God shines his light ray down and it just lands on, like, Muffy.
Why, I've prayed all day, every day. Nothing's changed, Father.
I fear my poor Jacob, too, Father. Whoever is out there, they're taking our children, compromising our livelihoods.
It's a decision, folks, what, Hans? We ought to search every lass in town for the witch's mark.
We ought to do no such thing, you old geezer.
That's no way to address your elders, Elise.
Is that so?
Perhaps if my elders hadn't completely lost their wits.
Rest assured, Elise, no lass in Kieferberg will be searched, young or old.
You fools still resist what must be done.
Well, Joshin is right. We must see this through.
This is ridiculous!
Are you going to do it then, Mr. Ludwig? If there's anyone who ought to do it, it's Lebkuin.
I wonder...
Me, Miss Brunhild? Of course, lass, you're a woman of God.
Woman of God or not, Lebkuin is to be searched as well.
Out with it!
None of you are touching her. Still, Elise,
We ought to search someone.
it may be for the best, Elise. Are you searching Freya too, then? And Miss Lisbeth?
Oh god.
No exceptions, lass. Truth is, we don't know anything about your cousin, Elise. Why don't we start with her?
That's right. This all started the day she got here.
No, I haven't done
Out
anything.
with it!
Nobody's laying a finger on her. I saw her.
Oh no, not Freya.
I saw the witch. I saw Freya in the woods. My beloved daughter. Elise saw her too. She talked to the witch.
There it is, folks. They're the witches.
Oh, Atfel.
Get a hold of yourself, old lad. So it was true, Elise.
I don't know who's talking.
You and Freya are the ones who've been making our lives hell.
No!
What do we do?
I would never do such a thing.
Confess. The lot of you, confess to your sins, you wretched witches.
Uh-oh. Did you or did you not meet Freya in the woods, Elise? Of course I didn't.
Goodness sake!
I was all by myself right until I found him.
Why, the lad says he saw you two, Elise.
Wait!
I didn't meet anyone in the woods, I swear. Oh my goodness, look.
And then the fountains activate.
It's the witch! The witch is here! Oh, we're all going to die! We must keep calm, folks. Keep calm!
Uh-oh.
She was there, I saw her. She had yellow eyes.
What do you have to say for yourself, lass?
Wait!
Yellow eyes? I don't understand. Oh, I wouldn't think Freya would.
We would know better than that, Brunhild. Vatfell says he saw her. Who are we to say otherwise? He's a little boy.
The lad's confused, Guido. You oughtn't believe everything you hear.
Papa, I swear I didn't.
This is ridiculous!
This is Freya we're talking about, you.
Oh, I could never believe such a thing. Elise has always been a bad influence on the poor lass, after all.
What were you doing in the woods, Freya?
She was nowhere near the woodland, Bernard.
Elise!
Oh, tell them, Elise. I didn't leave Kieferberg all day.
Oh, shush it!
Atfel's clearly confused, Mr. Bernard.
Oh, I'm not so certain that's all there is to it, Elise.
What can we do?
There is no more to it, Miss Wilma.
The lad wouldn't lie about such a thing. Would you, lad?
I saw her, I did.
Out with it!
Can't you see? Oh, God. Can't you see what's happening here, you?
Ethel knows what he saw, lassie.
There's no reason to doubt the lad.
The witch must be one of you, if not both.
Wait!
Papa, I swear I didn't.
This is ridiculous!
Accusing me is one thing, but I won't hear a word about Freya.
So you are the witch, you wretch.
That's enough!
I've heard enough. I won't stand for this.
Search them both. We must search them right now. Find the witch's mark. I will take no more of this nonsense.
That's enough!
This is enough. Can't you see what you're doing to Kieferberg? Can't you see this witch nonsense is turning us against each other?
The witch is clearly right here in Kieferberg, lass.
Oh, what can
Nobody
we
in
do?
Kieferberg could ever do such a thing, old Joshin. We're family, all of Kieferberg, no exceptions.
Although we all understand your feelings, Freya.
You clearly don't, Father. Nobody does. Atfel believes he's seen the witch. Folks have been on edge all day. All of this is a consequence of how we've been facing this crisis. With fear, hostility, and hesitation.
It's all very nice, Freya, but we need to do something.
No.
Let's do the vigil then. Work on the preparations for the festival, together. Like the family we are, the family we've always been. It's about family.
Freya,
Would you folks truly burn me at the stake? or Elise, or Lepkuin, even Rosenmarine. I expected more from my family. That's all I wanted to say.
You've said more than enough, Freya. All of Kieferberg is to meet here tonight for prayer.
As we ought to have done from the start.
Move along now, folks. We're to focus on what we ought to do. Protect our home at all costs.
La 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 la, haha, hee hee. That wasn't tense as hell.
I didn't like that one bit. Suppose I head back to work.
You got a hot date to go on, actually. What about the well, though? Jeez. Polish completely smooth, the pearly stone sits untouched. Is the other one also going, or? Yeah, they're both going. But I still can't sneak in here, huh? See, I should be as key, but I don't seem like I can. If not for this door, then it's got to be something in there. I wonder when I'll be able to sneak in. Alright, we still have to wait.
Lepkuin. I know, Elise. That was... I can't explain. Folks are completely out of their minds, Lepkuin. I was there, Elise. It's alright. They weren't being reasonable. I wonder what's gotten into Apfel. More importantly, Elise, now that we're alone together, I'd like to ask you. I didn't meet anyone in those woods, Lepkuin. Alright, I just need to hear it directly from you is all. I wouldn't lie to you. You know that. I do, yes.
No, I don't care about the Holy Scriptures. I'm trying to talk to Gustav.
You put it like that, Tristan.
Don't let the whole ordeal get to you, lass.
What do you mean, Mr. Tristan?
Folks lost their minds for a while, is all.
All of Kieferberg is on edge. They don't mean what they say.
I suppose you're right.
You ought to come by later for the vigil, Elise. Both you and your cousin, you hear?
Of course, Mr. Gustav, I won't miss it. Still, had it not been for Freya...
You ought to be proud, Gustav. She's my pride and joy. My pride and joy.
Do you have a moment, Elise? Of course, Miss Ariane. I must tell you, I'm ashamed about earlier. I couldn't bring myself to speak up for you. Miss Ariane, you're coming to the vigil, aren't you? Of course. That's good, Elise. That'll help show them you're committed. We can't allow any more of this nonsense.
Darn straight. We'll get to the bottom of it. What's going on over here?
Eek, there she is. For goodness sake, Odelie. Maybe it's best I go. I'm not certain my presence is much appreciated here.
No, I'd say Miss Odelie is the one who ought to take a moment to herself.
I must agree, Odelie. You folks don't understand. We've made a grave mistake. Do you truly want to burn me at the stake, Miss Odelie? Oh, please don't say such a thing, Elise. Of course not, lass, but we can't keep on.
Why don't you meet me in front of the confessional this evening, Miss Odelie? Or our vigil, that is.
Father Hans is right. You need help, Odelie. Oh, this will be the end of us.
Hey, suspicion down. Easy peasy. Hey, Rosenmarine.
Are you all right, Rosemarine? Ah, yes. I'm a little frightened still, that's all. So am I, if I'm honest. Had it not been for Freya, we could have... She truly does care about Kieferberg, doesn't she? A great deal, that's for certain. What's done is done, Rosemarine. It's best we head back to work. I'll be here, Elise.
Proper business opportunity, I tell you.
What is, Mr. Wilhelm?
Fetch me those tools, old Wilhelm. I told you I have the boys waiting for me with those stalls. There's no need to get embarrassed now.
Embarrassed?
The boy's hat, Elise, he made it himself. For goodness sake. You have talent in your hands, lad. I've seen my fair share of hats in all my years, and I tell you. I understand, old Wilhelm. The tools, now, please.
Oh, that's a fun little bit of dialogue. See? Everyone just needs to calm down, stop thinking about the witch, ignore the witch-like behavior that I've been doing.
It's all good.
We're all good. Let's go over this way. Man, the music in this game is so great. I'm so really digging it still.
It is what it is, Linda.
Ah, Elise. I can go if you'd like. I feel we ought to apologize to you, Elise.
Apologize for what, Linda?
I don't recall ever giving folks a reason to treat me that way, Miss Elma.
Look, I admit it wasn't our finest moment, but folks are frightened, Elise, especially after what Atfel said.
Poor Atfel, he's so clearly troubled. Everyone seems to forget I, too, was in those woods with him.
You're a little older, Elise. It's different.
Older people can't be trusted. Kids, however?
Hell yeah, I'm gonna trust a child.
That said, Miss Elma.
You're right, Elise. It wasn't fair to you. We have to start somewhere, that's all.
Yeah, okay, but why are you believing a kid over a grown 18-year-old girl? Like, come on.
Vigil ought to bring us some peace of mind, old Joshin. Wouldn't you say so, lass?
I'll be there, Mr. Ludwig.
I have to wonder what for. Come now, we've all had enough of that for one day.
What's the point in trying when nobody believes me?
Now, I understand what happened today was rather unpleasant, Elise.
We ought to have searched them, Ludwig. What would you do if you found something, old Joshin?
It's not worth it, Elise. Let's put this behind us.
That's a little difficult to do, Mr. Guido. Especially when you yourself were so vocal about it.
I was caught up in the uproar, Elise.
So was I, but I don't get the benefit of the doubt.
Come now, folks. The vigil will bring us all together. Yeah, that vigil certainly isn't gonna go to hell during that vigil. I'm still not sure what we're supposed to do. It's pouring the rain, but I'm not sure what that means for the offering, or the testament.
But Grandpa...
Why don't you children go play a little longer?
Oh, Elise, won't you help us? Help you with what?
They want to help with the stalls, you see?
It's the least we can do, Grandpa. How's Atfel, Grun? He's...
Atfel's resting at home, Elise. That whole deal wasn't good for him, I'm afraid.
Wasn't good for anyone, for that matter. That's why we should go help Grandpa.
Go and help, Grandpa.
Please, Mr. Bernard.
Oh, we should go and help Grandpa. Help Grandpa? There's the creepy-ass noises again. It's like I'm being followed around all day. Keeping an eye out for Mally. On a walk to clear your head, lass?
If only, Mr. Eugen.
This town's at a crossroads, isn't it?
At a crossroads, Mr. Eugen?
Folks stepped over the line there, Elise. Not everyone agrees with what happened today.
You don't, I'm assuming?
It was the final nail in the coffin, lass. I'll be on my way to Primeldor first thing Sunday morning.
I see.
You too, Elise. You shouldn't stay much longer. Not after what was said and done today. Yeah, seriously. Should just leave with him. Just get on the whatever carriage he's taking, or if he's walking, just walk with him. Everyone needs to just leave and go to Primeldorf. That's pretty boppin' where it's at in Primeldorf. I hear you can get like an education, hang out, be a good time. Oh, my favorite character.
You best believe the doors to my inn will be locked, Lorelei.
What for, Miss Wilma?
I won't have folks making a ruckus inside my inn.
Folks have had enough of that for one day, Wilma. Why don't you let Elise lend them a hand?
As if I would let this lass anywhere near my inn.
I'm not very interested in helping you out either, as a matter of fact.
Good.
Come now, Wilma. You heard what Freya said, didn't you?
What of it, Lorelei? This witch is still out there and all we're doing is a vigil.
You're truly the worst, awful, an embarrassment to this town. All of those things at once. Nothing over here. Still just waiting for the right opportunity to sneak into Father Hans's study. I'm guessing it'll be after the vigil. I thought that was the vigil we were going to, but I guess not.
Let's give it some proper thought, Dorothea. Give what some thought, Miss Brunhild? Oh, we're having a little chat, is all. Kieferberger isn't the place to raise our children, Elise. After what happened this morning, The way Kieferberg's turned on me... Oh, it's got nothing to do with earlier, Elise. We've been thinking about this for a long while now. I have a hard time believing that, if I'm honest.
but it truly wasn't. Don't say such a thing, Elise.
Yeah. Oh, there she is.
Gotta be patient with your auntie, Mindy.
But Miss Marielle,
What are you pestering Miss Marielle for, Molly?
Oh, it's alright, Elise. She's had enough trouble for one day. Lorelai's been working the poor lass like a donkey.
all I ask of my auntie is some bread.
Your auntie feeds you plenty, Maggie.
It seems she doesn't, Elise.
She only gives me 3 meals a day, Elise.
Why, you... That's hardly enough for a working lass, Elise. Only I'd known that's why you've been begging about town.
It truly is, Miss Marielle.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Oh, little Mindy. But she'll never learn. Alright. Well, so we have our hangout with Freya, and it's over near our house, actually. So let's go do that. This will be the final date with Freya, so that's actually really exciting. I don't think we'll be finishing the game tonight, but Friday... Oh man, things are going to really ramp up Friday. I'm excited to see what ending I end up landing on. Definitely a Freya-esque ending, but I'm wondering if there's more to it. Like, if there's going to be more decisions than just who I decided to go into a relationship with. Let's go back and talk to Freya. Skip over the rocks. That has to be so much fun, man. I want to skip over rocks every time I go home on a really nice bustling brook like that. Just sounds so divine and peaceful. Alright, Freya should be over here. We have a save just in case I mess up, but I doubt it. There she is.
Ah, Elise. I thought you wouldn't come about after all that.
Freya, you know,
I'm sorry, It all got out of hand, and
I know.
It wasn't your fault, Elise. Still, Freya, had it not been for you, I don't think...
Oh, right.
More importantly, Elise... Huh? That's enough brooding over nonsense, wouldn't you say? Why don't you lend me a hand with these grapes? I suppose... I've been thinking about yesterday, you see. About how much I enjoy making things, and... I could try making a living out of it, couldn't I? Maybe someplace else, like Primeldorf.
Now that you mention it.
If there's anyone who could do it, Freya, it'd be you.
Oh, right.
Aw. Then how about a jeweler? A jeweler?
Oh, it's wonderful.
Won't these grapes make the most charming earrings?
Freya.
It would be so much fun. I'd make earrings and necklaces all day. Oh, and brooches just like yours, too.
You know,
You've thought about going to Primeldorf, then? This is just a silly idea of mine, Elise. There's still so much to think about before I truly commit.
You'll waste all of your potential? No, you're hopeless, aren't you?
Nobody else can commit for you, Freya.
I know.
I know. Everything's 3 times as difficult for us here. It truly is. I'm sorry, Elise. I'm still rather shaken by what happened earlier.
I see.
It's alright, Freya.
See you later, Elise.
I'm heading back now. I'll see you about town. Alright.
Is that not the right answer? That was not the right answer. Okay. Whoops. Gotta redo that one. 1 second, we gotta load the save. Emergency, emergency, we messed up, we messed up. I don't know, that seems like, I guess, man, I made it all the way to the very last one and then goofed it. Nope, I don't want to go that way. Go back up this way. Story event available. Yeah, I know there's a romantic date available. I've never even gone on it. Not once. And should be over here. I mean, of course it's over here. I know it's over here. Just gotta run through the pouring rain is all. She's got such nubby little hands on her sprite. I only noticed it in this session, but they're so, like, weird. Yeah, we'll spend some time with her. Hopefully I can kind of skip back to the question. Oh man, it feels bad speeding through it. Well, we just saw this. I just read this. It's no big deal.
Now that you mention it. Oh, that.
Uh-huh.
I. For goodness sake.
If you keep up thinking like that, anyhow, you need to be more confident.
Elliot,
Oh, that was the right answer.
Elise,
you know,
I understand it's not easy for you, but
I know.
no, I know. It truly is in my hands, Elise. I meant it when I said you were gifted, Freya. You could be a jeweler or a seamstress or anything you want to be.
Oh, Elise.
I'm glad to see you've given it some proper thought. I truly am. You've been encouraging me so much, I suppose I... Look, Freya, up there! Let me get those grapes for you. They're so big. Oh, please be careful. That barrel's too old for that. Elise! Are you alright, Elise?
Oh, she's beat red again.
You could have gotten hurt, for goodness sake.
Freya.
You haven't been eating enough, have you?
For goodness sake.
Why, I certainly have. Put me down. You're light as a feather, Elise. I could carry you about town like this all day.
Freya.
Put me down. For goodness sake, you might even be stronger than Mr. Gustav. Say, Elise, if I do leave Kieferberg for Primal Dorfin, try my luck as a seamstress or whatever else,
I did it.
you have all of my support, Freya.
Oh, Elise.
Oh, Elise, come here.
For goodness sake.
Not this again. My back still hurts, Freya.
Elise.
Elise, wait.
Well, we did it. We maxed out our bond with her. She chasing us? Stop running.
Stop resisting!
We might be able to get to the scary section of Friday at least, which wouldn't leave too much left for us on Saturday. New objective, meet Freya at the festival. I'm expecting things to be awful, like, immediately, but there's a good chance that when we get to the, well, there's a couple tasks available, apparently. But there's a good chance everything will be fine at the festival. It's whatever comes after the festival that's going to be rough. I guess the vigil's not happening yet. That must be later tonight. And I know where I have to go next. As far as the side quest I've been working on is. Brimeldorf can't be our only option, Finn. Still, Guido, at this rate.
Any town's better than Kieferberg, the way I see it.
Brunhild's been saying the same thing, lass. Kieferberg is our home, Finn.
Isn't Miss Brunhild from Primeldorf?
That being so, she still chose Kieferberg too. Would you truly be happy to raise your children here, Guido? Without proper schooling or jobs? We can teach them our trade, Finn. Keep changing your mind about this, Guido. Have you noticed? So do you. You're all crazy. Figure something out. Well, there's Kiss the Rat. I don't need to play Kiss the Rat. I only need an S rank in the chicken minigame for the achievement, so I'm probably going to try to S rank the chicken minigame. Oh, the well is flooded again. Uh-oh.
I'm sorry, Miss Wilma.
You were right about these folks, Elise.
What are you talking about? Oh, Miss Wilma. I'm so terribly sorry. Miss Wilma said we could, so...
Haven't they apologized enough, Wilma? It's not apologies I want from them, Miss Marielle, it's respect.
I'm not certain I follow.
I can now say I understand how you felt this afternoon, Elise.
Now that's a proper exaggeration, Miss Wilma. Truly, you're making too big a deal out of this. Freya, it's not worth the hassle, at least. It's best you forget about it.
What the hell's Wilma's problem? Like, she's... I swear to God, I just heard the Murphy noise. I got spooked for a second. I thought she was out already begging for food again. Anyone down here? Hello? Nope, no one's down here.
Oh, Elise. What's wrong, Miss Lizbeth?
Must do it sooner rather than later, Lizbeth.
Still, Marlin.
You see, Lizbeth was telling me about this afternoon.
Oh, Elise, I should have said something on your behalf, but instead I... That's alright, Miss Lizbeth. I understand this hasn't been easy for you.
No, Elise, you ought to let her apologize.
But... Had it not been for Freya,
I too would have believed them, Elise.
Miss Lizbeth...
Make certain you come to tonight's vigil, Elise. Bring your cousin along, too.
Of course, Miss Marlin.
Kind of have our hands tied. We have to go at this point. More spooky noises. Oh, just the church people.
I understand, Father.
You too, Elise. Ought to make certain your cousin joins us.
The vigil, you mean?
It's important she's present tonight.
She'll be there, Father. Folks need as much reassurance as we can give them, is all. Aren't you pushing yourself, Lebkuin? I'll be heading home in a moment. It's all right.
About this afternoon's events, Elise.
There's nothing left to say about that, is there?
Folks are regretful, lass.
I understand, Father.
I hear you. I hear you. It's okay, spooky ghost monster.
You seem tired, Elise. It'd be more surprising if I wasn't, don't you think? I'll prepare something hearty for supper, Elise. Since it's your last.
For goodness sake. There's no need to put it that way, Rosemarine.
But...
You head back home first thing after sunset, alright?
Of course.
Make certain you find Flock, too.
I can't help but worry with all this rain. Oh, Elise, you do care for Flock.
Shush, Rosemarine. Is this house haunted? Is it like, this house in particular is haunted, huh? House is haunted. There's something freaky going on. Can I, like, investigate back here? Because all the spooky noise is coming from, like, right over here. I'm just saying. Something's up with that.
This rain won't let up, will it? We can only hope it's not raining tomorrow, too.
Even if it is, Elise, we make the most of it.
Make the most of the rain, you say?
Figuratively, lad.
Where do you get all that cheer from, Mr. Gustav? Ought to wonder, huh?
What have we to gain from brooding all day? Kieferberg needs some good cheer now more than ever, folks.
No two ways about it. Ought to agree.
Oh, one little side quest down here. What do you got for me, guy? Running about in the rain, are you?
Aren't you as well, Mr. Bernard?
I quite enjoy this view is all, even with the rain. Have you seen old Wilhelm by any chance?
Do you need anything, Mr. Bernard?
You can keep a secret, I'd wager. We're all preparing a present for Eugen, you see?
For Mr. Eugen?
We wouldn't want to let him go without some token of appreciation is all. Old Wilhelm's been working on it. Won't you ask him about it?
I can do that, Mr. Bernard.
Alright, let's go figure that out. He shouldn't be too hard to locate. He's an old man. How far could he have gone anyways? Stacked with hay. I was hoping there'd be like something in here I could find. It's nice that they have this little animal barn. I don't think it's been helpful once. I really ought to not talk to Bertha.
Ought to put this behind us, Bertha.
Still whittering on about earlier, I presume.
Nothing of the sort, Elise. It's Welma.
Miss Welma?
Welma's given her an earful, Elise. Right in front of everyone, too. All because she let Linda and Freya keep the flowers in the shack.
For goodness sake. That Wilma. One can't help but feel for Welma, the poor lass. Coming all the way from Primeldorf to lend a hand, and for what? Truly.
I feel really bad for Welma. Wilma sucks. I mean, I know the character is designed to be like that, but like Wilma sucks. She's the worst. She's gonna be a witch. She's gonna be the witch the entire time. And if she's not, well, we'll just tell everybody she's the witch. Easy peasy. Get her out of the way.
She's too suspicious. I can't trust her.
Well, there's Eugen, but not Wilhelm.
Are you coming along too, Elise?
She has better things to do, I'm certain. Going where, Mr. Heinrich?
We're polishing off the stalls, lass.
Best head home to your cousin, Elise.
You might want to give us a hand.
I'll come about later for the vigil, Mr. Heinrich. It's a good thing you do, Elise. Tomorrow will bring much needed joy to folks.
We ought to make it special, for Eugen's sake, too.
Making a big deal out of it again, Heinrich.
He's right, Eugen. We ought to do a proper job of sending you off.
Yeah, come on, the festival's tomorrow. Nothing bad will happen. I doubt it. Maybe. Where is Wilhelm? If I ran into Will... Oh, yeah, I think he's in the town square, actually. I'm being goofy. Wilhelm, aren't you, like, right over here? No, where is he? Cat. Gotta love a good meowing cat. Maybe he's inside the church? Yeah, there he is. Mr. Bernard's looking for you, Mr. Wilhelm.
About Eugen, I'd wager. Tell him I'll have it ready tomorrow, Elise.
What are you giving him, Mr. Wilhelm?
You certain you can keep the secret?
Of course.
Eugen said he wanted a new pocket knife, you see. Been working on it since Tuesday. It's taken a lot of work.
That's fun.
Perhaps this vigil will bring Kieferberg together. It will, Miss McTild. You'll see.
That's rich coming from you, Miss Alma. You were adamantly against it earlier, too.
It's important to know when to forgive, Elise.
Can't say I was in the right. For a while now, Miss Alma, and I don't think that's right.
I know, Elise. Isn't this the proper time to make amends?
I suppose it's good that we do it before the festival.
Truly, Elise, I've been too firm with you for no good reason.
Thank you, Miss Alma.
All's well that ends well, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Okay, we'll go talk to Bernard. I think it was Bernard. And then we gotta go help Odelia with the chickens. Okay. We gotta go help Miss Odelia with the chickens. And if I can S-rank the chicken minigame, then that's pretty awesome, because then I'll have like 90 tiffle. And 90 tiffle should be enough. I think I'll still get my 2 bread tonight, so I'm not too worried about my hunger meter right now. Tomorrow's the festival, so I doubt there's gonna be like tasks. I'm really excited to see how the final day goes about.
So, what did he say?
He says he'll have it ready by tomorrow, Mr. Bernard.
Good, good. Here you go, Elise. Thank you.
What do you give me? Ooh, hearty soup. Actually, that's perfect for right now. You didn't have to, Mr. Bernard.
We didn't have to be that harsh on you either, yet here we are.
I suppose. Heck yeah, I'm gonna eat that right now. Look at that, back up to full stats. Except for my sanity's kind of low. And especially if I'm gonna be investigating the catacombs, is what the key says that it's to. That I'm gonna need to have high sanity, because those little hidden areas really drain your sanity to explore. But I guess that's also, again, why the game tells you to save 80 million times whenever you can. Alrighty, save here. And I don't know where Odelia is. I guess I could check the map for that. I have barely used the map this entire game. Play Kiss the Rat with the kids. Where is Odelia? Oh, she's up in the stables. Alright, it's gonna take a little bit to get over there. Kind of a shame that on the second to last day you see the town pouring rain, because like, it's such a beautiful town. It's really kind of sad to see it in this shape. Elise, what have you done? You shouldn't have put the shoes on, you goof, you fool. You absolute fool. Alright, Odelia, where are you? I'm here to help. There she is, hiding under the stable. I won't bite you, Miss Odelia.
Oh, Elise, what am I to do? I've been scared witless all week.
Everyone can tell, Miss Odelia.
Oh, will you please fetch me some eggs, lass?
Alright. If that's what you need, Miss Odelia. I don't need Rosemarine's help. Out of my way, you feathered rat. Okay, if I remember correctly, this minigame isn't difficult like the other ones. It just requires patience, sort of. Alright, I got this. Move, pick egg. I like how fast the UI will change. I keep bumping my mouse, so it keeps changing the UI on me. Feathered rat. Yeah, rat. More rats. Okay, I can do this. I mean, as long as I'm getting one like every second, I think I'm good. I don't really know the ins and outs of this minigame or what constitutes good gameplay. Like, I don't know if I'm being smart or if I'm not doing well enough. I guess we'll find out at the end. I felt like I did pretty good there. As long as I don't get stopped by a chicken, that's gotta be pretty good, right? Nope. Okay, well. Okay, well there goes that S rank I was hoping for. Oh. I saw that one coming and I still went for it. Okay, 45. That's gotta be pretty solid. Actually, that's an S rank. Yeah! Oh yeah, I think that's an S rank on every mini game. I am the little goody two-shoes professional. That's gonna bump me up to 90 Tiffle. That's pretty solid for the final day. If only I could have done that well the entire time. You win.
How did you get so many in such a little time, Elise? I know my way around the coops, Miss O'Dealy. Well, you can have this.
Money, money, money!
You're coming to the vigil, I'm hoping. I'll be there, Miss O'Dealy.
Meet Lebkun. Oh, hey, look at that! I just happened to be where the fireflies were tonight.
One more to join our entourage, I see. Huh? Oh, it's marvelous. You'll surely agree. The banquets, the spectacles, the prestige. What are you talking about? You'll see it when you get there. Oh, he's given me all I could ever want. Which was... why, luxury, wealth, opulence. Oh, I can't wait to have you and your inamorata with us. My what?
What'd you just call me? Have dinner with Rose and Marine. Meet Lebkun at the bakery. Is the vigil, like, late tonight? I'm a bit confused. I thought the vigil was going on, like, right now. Maybe I have to have dinner with Rose and Marine first, and then we go. Nothing over here. Just checking. I feel like it really is just one firefly in the overworld map per night, but you can never be too careful. Oh, it's really coming down now, though. Jeez. I could buy items, but at this point... Oh my god, that lightning effect is actually blinding me. I would say at this point, though... Oh! Mary, what are you doing out here?
Eek! I'm not here, Elise. I'm...
Flashbang! Ah, my eyes!
Slacking off again, I see. My auntie, she's... What about your auntie, Miffy? She's going to throw me in the well, Elise. Can't you stay put for one moment, Molly? I was hungry, you see. I had no choice. All that bread was sitting there, and I... Miss Lorelei won't be happy to find out. Oh, I'll have to sleep outside tonight. Move to Primaldorf, even. Oh, Elise. Make certain you go to the vigil, you hear? Oh, is there going to be food there? For goodness sake, what has anyone to do with you, Maggie?
Maggie's the best character, I'm just saying. I actually didn't expect to run into her. I almost missed her because she looked like a ghost. She blended in. Maggie, best character, little goody two-shoes. That's all I'm saying.
Truly old Wilhelm. It would be the final nail in the coffin. What would, Miss Lorelei?
Why, if Primeldorf catches wind of this witch business...
Folks would think we've lost our minds.
I must agree with you there, Mr. Wilhelm. Why is Maddie starving all the time? She has like 8 different hexes on her. No one can remember her name. She's always starving. There's something off with her. She's probably a witch or something. I don't know, man. She's honestly just a weird little girl. She's actually probably just incredibly weird. Be the laughingstock of the whole town.
Even more than we already are. Having them help with the grain is embarrassing enough as it is.
Now, I wouldn't say that's reason for shame. How isn't it, lass? Rimmelsdorf must think we can't look after ourselves by now. True. Oh yeah, that's right. They did go out and ask Primeldorf for aid. I wonder if they're sending, like, the church over this way or something. Imagine you get to the final day and then the church just comes barreling through like, don't worry, we've got this.
On your way home, lass?
Wouldn't it be best if we walked you home, Elise? That's...
It's no trouble, lass.
There's no need to fret, Mr. Gustav. I'll be alright. If you say so, Elise.
The sooner you go, the better.
I'll see you in church, then? I'll be there, Freya.
You best get to preparing supper, too, Freya. I ought to have a word with Father Hans before this vigil.
My eyes! Stop flashbanging me, witch. Or is it the snake? I guess this is part of the snake's curse. Because we still haven't finished his testament. Oh my god. Jesus. That's the true horror, is going blind playing this game. Ah! Miss O'Dealy, you okay under there? Miss O'Dealy, remember when I S-ranked the chicken minigame? I can't possibly be the witch.
Oh, I must hurry.
Isn't the vigil in a couple hours, Miss O'Dealy?
Not to the vigil, lass, to the confessional. Must make certain I get my peace of mind or else.
Or else...
Why, you truly don't understand anything, Elise. Your name may have been cleared earlier, but that witch is still wandering about, whoever it may be.
Ah, I see.
Oh, where is Father Hans? If I don't do my nightly prayers, even I might fall prey to that thing.
Would this be the right time to go into his study? Probably not. I bet people are in the church right now. Oh, it is like pitch dark in here. Surely no one would notice if I just tried to go inside, right? Alright, let's see. I should be able to use that key I found, but it doesn't seem like I can. Not for this door, then it's gotta be something in there. Father Han's study. I wonder when I'll be able to sneak in. I guess during the festival. We're not gonna get to the ending of this little side quest we've started till the festival then. Doesn't seem to be working, huh? Yeah, because that's all she says for now is that we have no chance of sneaking in. But that the key's probably used in there. And then, yeah, if you look at the key, it says Catacombs key, so we're going to enter the Catacombs of the church. Wouldn't it be terrifying if Walpurga's body is down there or something? That's exactly what's going to be down there, honestly. I guess we'll just go home for now. Oh, this again. Elise, wait. Just what I needed, huh? What is it this time? We're sorry to keep you, Elise, but there's something we... Oh, there's no need to hold back, Dorothea. What's this all about? It's your cousin, Elise. She claims she has a way of knowing if my baby's healthy. Haven't you been trying to do that yourself, Miss Brunhild? That's true, Brunhild. The poor lass might have just been trying to help. That's not all, however. She was standing out in this rain all day, talking to herself. I told her it's a bad habit, but I suppose it's a hard one to drop. Oh, but it's so unsettling, Elise. Brunhild, it's best we don't... Oh, just one more thing, Elise. I'm waiting for Columbo to pop out. Your cousin rejected the rosary Miss O'Dealy tried to give her. I've tried to give her a new dress, a new hat, and new shoes even. And she's rejected all of it, Elise? All of it, Miss Dorothea. I see, so it's not out of malice. Of course not, Miss Brunhild. She was raised in a very humble household. That's all there is to it. I'll be on my way home now, Miss Dorothea, Miss Brunhild. I'll be back for the vigil, with my cousin, of course. I'm not suspicious! You're all weird. Lebkuin, do you have bread for me, perhaps? You're going to fall ill again at this rate, Leb. I can look after myself, Elise. It's best you got some rest before this vigil, don't you think? Don't you think it's rather odd, Elise?
What is, Lebkuin?
I have a strange feeling about tonight's vigil. It all feels a little as though there's a false sense of calm.
Folks did change their tunes rather quickly, that's true.
Here, before I forget,
Thanks for the bread.
Do you think they might all lose their minds again tonight?
not necessarily, but I must admit I'm feeling nervous about the festival too.
You spent too much time comforting folks today, Leb.
You're rather calm too, Elise.
I've been tormented over this witch nonsense all week.
I suppose I can't blame you there.
It's best I move along now. I still need to have supper.
I'll see you in church.
Only if you promise to get some proper rest before the vigil. She just laughed at me. You need to get sleep and you're laughing at me. So I have like no... I'll eat a piece of bread.
And then... I mean, it wouldn't hurt to spend some money on another St. Walpurgis oil, just so I could have it. I want to try to keep my money up, because I'm fairly certain after today I won't be able to make any more money. And you never know, there might be one more thing. What's her name? Marigold? Marigold's hungry like every day, so I wouldn't be surprised if there ends up being one more, but... I don't know. Poor Welma, by the way.
How can I help you, darling?
I'll sell some stuff real quick. I got a piece of bread that's only worth 5 tiffle, never mind. Oh, but the band-aids are worth 5 tiffle. Yeah, we'll sell both the band-aids.
You sure that's all, sweetheart?
I'm buying. I would like your finest St. Walpurgis oil and your finest turkey. Thank you.
You sure that's all, sweetheart?
Goodbye, Miss Welma.
We're looking forward to seeing you, Elise.
And we're gonna immediately use that. Just in case I can use the sanity for what comes later. Look at that, though. We're on day 5. Full health, full food, full sanity. We've been keeping it together. I mean, we're completely broke again. But who's to say we won't get more items that... Oh, my eyes! Items we can sell. I feel like the vigil's going to be a long cutscene, and I'm looking at my time, so I'm wondering if I should just kind of meander for a bit instead of going to the vigil, because the vigil might end up being a very long section. We'll see. There's also a chance we might not get the chance to go to the vigil. We might be pulled into the woods, honestly. Oh, another firefly. That makes 20, by the way.
Won't you join us?
What?
Let us take revenge on that fiend. Once you become a golden maiden like me.
What are you talking about?
Once you do, let us reunite.
What makes you so certain I will? Why, we all do. That's why I want to put an end to him. For betraying us, for damning us all to this wretched eternity.
Betraying you?
Spiced Verst! Okay, look at that. We got a food item out of that. Ooh, 3 hearts. That'll be really useful coming forward. Oh my god. I really apologize. Flashing light warning for this one, of course. You know, it doesn't look too bad in the capture. It only looks super bright on my screen. So, oh man. Jeez. Let's get inside somewhere so I don't have to keep seeing that. Almost home to where there's no blinding lights. Oh, it was so cute to have the last date be right here in the little grape vineyard. Flock and her are just dancing in the rain. Rosemarine!
Ah, Elise!
What are you doing out here? Are you trying to...
Why don't you come dance with us, Elise?
We ought to get ready for the vigil, Rosemarine.
We're having such lovely weather.
Lovely weather, you say?
Flock agrees, don't you, Flock?
Yeah, he's having a good time.
For goodness sake. I'm heading inside. Come along, Rosemarine. Ah, Elise, wait!
He's just dancing. He's just having a good time. Why was he hostile the one... Well, he was hostile the time we visited the witch, so I think Flock is in with him.
Sorry,
So we're going to this vigil? We ought to, Rosemarine. Folks need to see we're committed. Say, Elise, I know you don't like to talk about it, but you're meeting him tomorrow, aren't you?
now that you mention
I
it,
suppose. You still don't have the sweetest nectar, do you? You went to the woodland last night. What about it? You've been gathering the testaments, and
you know,
all I have is that needle, Rosemarine. A needle? That's the testament I received last night. I pricked my finger on it, too. The sweetest nectar also needs to be part of your mortal body, remember?
Rose and Marine.
Rosemarine, so you mean... The flesh, the blood, and the heart, Elise. Those are the... We can talk about it after the vigil, alright? You get changed now. I brought some bread.
Yes.
Alright.
But I ate your bread, so you can have half of my bread. We'll be right back with Little Goody Two Shoes on FibiTanuki, Twitch TV.
Come, we should hurry or we'll be drenched. Yes.
Party talk.
Say, Rosemarine, about this sweetest nectar. It's your determination that matters most, remember? What does that mean, Rosemarine? Blood. That's what you're going to offer him, isn't it? Well, you must show him your commitment, Elise. Whatever you do, you must prove you're willing to leave everything behind. Your faith, your loved ones. Rosemarine. You have to want it, Elise. Do you?
Not really. I don't want to leave Freya behind. That sounds awful. Before we go out, by the way, I just wanted to check some things. Usually at nighttime is when the, when this changes, yeah. Oh, it's still the same. She got shot and killed. Unfortunately.
What in the Lord's name?
So I just want to check the firefly jar, see if anything's special about it. It looks like we've gotten them. Collected fireflies, 20. I don't think we're going back out in the woods, so there's probably no room for more fireflies. I really like having context for the first scare in the game. It's really cool to know why exactly that happened. And how much that the game gave away without telling you anything, too. Okay, now I'm really hoping nothing pulls us into the woodland. It would be terrible if we missed the vigil, honestly. Oh yeah. Lightning's coming down extra hard right now. Oh my god, it's really coming down.
Snake. Huh? Rosemarine, where are you?
Oh cool, we're gonna miss the vigil. That's definitely what we should do, is miss the vigil. I can't think of anything else I'd want to do than miss the vigil. Neat. We're back here.
It's that serpent. I have no choice but to carry on, do I?
Well, maybe the storm will be good enough excuse. People will be like, oh, No, they're gonna think I'm a witch because I didn't go to the stupid vigil. Of course they are. What do you want this time, Snake? Oh, this place is like completely empty this time.
Out with it!
Show yourself!
I know you're in here somewhere, serpent. Oh, what am I doing?
Ooh, what's gonna happen this time?
Getting myself into this mess, and for what? To get out of Kieferberg, to leave it all behind. But at what cost? The tender flesh, the sweetest nectar. All these things I've been seen and done, I'm beginning to wonder. If I really meet him, if he can grant this wish of mine. This wish of yours is within your grasp. Can I truly attain it? You received his blessing, have you not? Trust yourself, Elise. Trust his word.
Now that you mention
I could get out, leave this town behind. All I've ever been here is a maid of all work, a stray. Ever since Granny Hall passed, I've been nothing but an outsider. Now you're a witch, Elise.
Oh. That's not the kind of reflection you want to see.
I see.
A witch? Unshackle your burning desire from the depths of your very being. Embrace it, Elise. Your rightful fortune and wealth, your freedom. I want it. I want my second chance at happiness. Huh? What in the...
Oh, man. Oh, whoa, there we go. Fun. Oh, it's a flooded Kieferberg, I see. Neat.
What in the Lord's name?
It's the town square. I must be dreaming. This can't be real.
What is this?
There's something in the church.
And we'll have to find out next session. Save my progress. Alright, so we got our save there. That'll be it tonight for Little Goody Two Shoes. We made phenomenal progress, and I have no doubt that next Friday will be the last session of...
Little Goody Two Shoes.
Oh, the title screen music's all messed up. It's like slightly off. I like that. That's really fun. This game is super cool. I like that the title screen music's just a little bit off right now. Maybe it's like that every time. I haven't really gone to the title screen when I'm in the other world, so there's a chance. Yeah, so, you know, next 2 days are off, but Friday we'll be back to finish Little Goody Two Shoes. Tonight's session was great. We managed to keep, Miffy at bay the entire time. We've kept our stats pretty high. There was no cursed Xbox noises. It was a pretty good session, I'd say. All in all, though, fantastic time. Still a fantastic game. I'm so in love with this game. It's more than I expected, and I've been loving it. But, thank you all so very much for coming out tonight. I really appreciate it as always. I'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful night, everybody. Good night.